Yeah. All right, maybe it was 4 or 5.
I counted 3 in my head. I was like,
all right, sweet.
yeah.
Hey, everybody. We are the Consave and High Shelf Gaming. Gonna play some Lasers and Feelings tonight. We normally play Mass Effect on Friday nights, but Casey had a thing come up, so he couldn't run Mass Effect for us tonight. We opted to jump into this little one-page RPG put on by John Harper, who is like kind of like snuck in as our favorite game developer because we play so many
We
John
play
Harper
a lot
games.
of his games.
They're
Yeah,
so good. They're all so
They're
good.
so good, and this is our third or fourth game on stream.
it's a lot. Whatever it is, it's a high number.
I was there for 2 of them. Well,
Yeah,
including.
My
Blades.
first Harper game.
Yeah.
Hey.
Agon, Lasers and Feelings.
Oh, yeah.
Did we do another one?
Didn't we
Did
do one during
one
the
for
12
one
days?
shot?
One of the 12 days of actual plays wasn't one of those a John Harper game?
That was the Bigfoot one.
Oh, trophy.
Oh, dang.
Trophy.
Is Trophy
Yeah,
John
I don't
Harper
think so.
Oh, is it not? Okay, my
I don't think
apologies.
so.
It's a hack of his stuff. Okay.
Something like that.
Yeah.
Y'all
Either
did
way.
play Blades, technically.
Yes. Yes, we did. Oh, yeah, we did play that then. So yeah, a lot of John Harper games, and we'll find more as he continues to produce them. They will find their way onto this channel, I'm sure. So Taylor, thank you so much for running tonight. So we were gonna like just take the break, and then you came up with this great idea of running some Lasers and Feelings. So thanks for doing that.
I like playing games on Fridays. It makes the weekends feel longer. So
It's because it starts at early. Yeah.
Yeah.
Heck yeah. Let's see your announcements. Tomorrow night we're gonna be playing Aegon, starting our second island on Aegon. And Consave, you guys are gonna start an Aegon game too, yeah?
Yes, we are. I'm super excited.
Yeah, I like the take. You're doing 2 GMs back and forth.
Yeah, so it'll the plan is to do every other week, and then they'll kind of trade off, so that way, like, not one person stuck being the strife player. They can kind of bounce back and forth.
Ooh, no, yeah, heck yeah, that'll be good. I'm excited. Like, I think that Aegon, having played one island's worth, it's like, oh yeah, this is very like trading off GMs is going to be super easy. Learning the puzzle of each island is its own like joy. So
yeah, it's set up like our original idea, but then we're all doing too many games. It was set up in a really good way where like we could be a group of adventurers, and then each week one person's a strife player, and you're like solving a problem on that player's like island, home island, and then travel. But I mean, Jake and I are each doing like 2 games each, and we're like, we just want to play. We don't want to also be in charge.
Don't want to leave our off-stream game in the dust.
Yeah,
that's right. Yeah, you got to take.
Gotta play my baby cleric.
Yeah, and Jake, this is your second time, I think. Maybe this is your first time on HSG.
First time.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Welcome. I'm in the chat a lot.
Yeah. I thought you made it onto one of our 12 days games, but yeah, this is your first time on cam over here. So thanks for joining us tonight.
Yeah, I wanted to play in those. Little too busy around the holidays, though.
Yeah, right. We were like, hey, you know what's a great idea?
Let's make the holidays so busy.
Let's make this super busy for all of us. That'd be the best.
Yeah.
We're gonna do it again, though. We're now we know what we can do. It might not be 12 days. Like, we did it for the meme of like 12 days,
yeah,
right?
12 days.
It's like, oh yeah. But I think that damn near broke us. So we might do like 4 days.
6 days, half day Christmas and
there it is.
Half Christmas in July.
There
you go.
Exactly. So we'll figure it out. But yeah, this is all great stuff. And what's up, Casey? Oh man, I'm glad you're here. Peace, love, and respect out to you, buddy, in the place where you are. I won't like be outing you on where you are. So
this exact location at this time.
At this Latin longitude location, missiles inbound.
Varies by the hour.
Yeah. It's a man of mysteries, a ghost. All right. So I guess Taylor, take us away. Let's what is Lasers and Feelings, and let's make some characters.
Look. We got a printer at work now, guys. So let me read off my handy piece of paper here.
That's the entire rule set.
This is the entire rule set, guys. This is the whole
front and back of the paper? Or
just a front. Just a front. It's super easy.
Wow.
I read through it once, jotted down like 4 ideas that I know aren't going to happen because y'all are going to go rogue, so it's fine. And that's the game. It's great.
Yeah, there's this like last paragraph for the GM. I already know I'm not supposed to read that section.
Oh, no, it's nothing. It's just like, just ask them what they're doing and sit back. I'm like, I can do that. Easy. But yeah, so you are all a crew of the interstellar scout ship Raptor. Very badass name. Your just general day-to-day is exploring uncharted regions of space, dealing with aliens both friendly and deadly, and defend the consortium worlds against space dangers. So, Captain Darcy has been overcome by a strange psychic entity known as something else, leaving you to fend for yourselves while he recovers in the medical pod. So, congrats, guys. Y'all don't have a captain to keep you in line. Let's, I guess, figure out. I know y'all did some talking, some thinking on who everyone wants to be. So, when you create your characters, you have a style. I'll go by how I see you. Ethan, what were you thinking on style? Or everyone, if you want to decide amongst yourselves.
I kind of feel like a hot shot tonight.
Feeling like a hot shot? I like it.
Yeah, like a hot shot.
Hot shot?
Yeah, I'm realizing the way I phrase that and how that might translate to something that other people picked, and it's making me giggle. David, I'm gonna need you to phrase it the exact same way.
Yeah.
No, dude, what are you doing?
You gotta do it. So are you like so this takes place in space. Does that mean that you're like a hotshot pilot or like
that's number 2, but we're at number 1.
Oh dang! All right,
we're at number 1 right now. I haven't gotten that far.
All right. Sorry.
All I know is I'm a hot
No
shot.
jobs yet.
Way too early in the game. Sorry.
That's bullet point number 2. David, what are you thinking for style?
All right. So I was like up in the air on a lot of things. I think I'm gonna go with the last one on the list, which is sexy.
Ooh.
I don't think I've ever done like a sexy character on stream, and so I think that this guy has like the cool scar that tells a story, and the strong jawline and the thick hair and all that stuff. So that's what I'm going for.
Love it.
Yeah.
Jake, what's your style?
I'm gonna channel my inner Brennan Lee Mulligan here, and I'm gonna go with an intrepid hero.
Thank you.
I'm gonna be, kind of a wide-eyed, probably late teens kid that's ready to shoot some shit.
Shoot some shit. And Gavin, what's your style?
I think I'm going for the android.
Ooh.
Oh, there we go. Ooh.
Got some balance to the group now. It's the one person to ground us is going to be you. Because we got 3 loose cannons that could go in any direction.
So I don't know if y'all have talked amongst yourselves. So maybe y'all just kind of yell out, decide on what your role is. What you've got: doctor, envoy, engineer, explorer, pilot, scientist, or soldier.
What does the envoy do?
What is the envoy?
They're like
that kind of sounds like the Spock,
diplomat.
right?
They're like a diplomat kind of thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that
a messenger or representative.
I think the sexy envoy makes a lot of sense, right?
It really does.
Like negotiations always have like an undertone that some people pick up and some don't. And those who pick it up, hey, that's great.
Hey.
Channel your inner Robert California during the interview.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
Lizard King.
So yeah, I would like to go envoy unless somebody else had that as their chosen vocation. No,
cool.
I have a soldier.
Oh, the intrepid soldier. I like it.
Soldier. I can't spell soldier. I had to really focus on spelling that correctly.
It's like right
shoulder.
I was on this right shoulder.
I think I might play to type here and be a hotshot pilot.
Yes.
Yeah. Every pilot in sci-fi is a hot shot.
It was either that or something like really off type, like a doctor. I'm a hot shot.
You're just like Grey's Anatomy or something.
Yeah.
But no, I think we're gonna go pilot so that I can crash a ship into something.
Like everybody has to be careful around the hot shot doctor because like he might doctorify them too fast. If they're like, and all of a sudden there's like stints in them and they're intubated. Like, no, just a thing in my throat. I did it.
I just saved your life.
I'm saving lives.
You've just got a swath of broken people behind you that you've been saving.
Saving, yeah. Mega air quotes. All right, Kevin, what you thinking?
I'm torn between the explorer or scientist. I like the idea. So I have the name in mind, and so it's ATOS, which is Atmosphere Terrain Ozone Surveyor.
Oh, neat.
And so I don't know. I'm leaning towards explorer, so let's go explorer.
I like it.
That makes sense.
Very nice. Ethan, I have a hotshot pilot name for you.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. There's a great movie out there called Sunshine, and their hotshot pilot was named Mace.
Mace.
Yeah, and he was a hot shot, and he was a pilot.
He was a hot shot,
and he had a great name. You can noodle it.
I'm gonna noodle it. I might have to go with pepper spray instead, just for branding reasons. But I'll land on something.
Oh my god! Have y'all ever seen the cartoon Bravest Warrior? It's a sci-fi cartoon.
Only the cat bug parts.
The cat bug, yeah.
Oh,
so solid.
I've seen cat bug, yeah.
So one of the things they talk about is like if somebody gets hit real hard, they're like, oh man, they had a lot of pepper. And so like whoever has a lot of pepper has a lot of gumption, you know. So you going pepper spray makes me think.
Just pepper. Okay. So we have, was it Atmos, MOS, or at what was
Atos. Yeah, no, just ATOS.
Atos. So we have Atos, the Android Explorer. What is our sexy envoy's name?
God, what is the name of a sexy envoy? Probably like Sloan. I think that's a good
yeah.
Yeah. All right. So Sloan, the sexy envoy.
I like it. That's one of those names that you can get like real gravelly and like long, you know? Just
Yeah.
Sloan.
What's the name over there? Sloan. It's like, oh, okay, got it.
I'm like, oh, dang. Gotta pin my bangs back to drive me insane. Okay. What about our hotshot pilot? What's his name?
We're gonna go with Bird's Eye.
Bird's Eye.
Yeah, Bird's Eye. Like the chili.
Like the frozen vegetables.
What? Is that?
It's a brand.
It's a brand.
I was like, edamame is a frozen vegetable until you heat it up right. What's going on here?
I think actually I have Bird's Eye steamable edamame in my freezer right now. No lie.
I was thinking like the Bird's Eye, like the Thai chilies.
Ooh.
Ooh.
So
yeah.
Spicy.
Yeah.
They're so spicy, like me.
Oh yeah. Like you. Like a ghost pepper chili type thing. It's like a little chili.
Like the Bird's Eyes are like the little tiny ones that you get in your Thai food, and if you ever like see one, or half of one on your fork after you've taken a bite, then you know that mistakes have been made.
Yeah, and you're just waiting for the rest of your body to find out.
Yeah,
they usually put them in there like dehydrated, and then when they rehydrate, it gets hot.
Yeah.
Those are my
favorite.
What about our intrepid soldier? What is your name?
My name is Becker Southpaw, reporting for duty.
Becker Southpaw. Love it.
And is Southpaw
say that because I shoot with my left.
Okay. Or is it like your whole family had to be called Southpaw because you're the only lefties left in the species?
My people.
I'm the only lefty left in the species. And I am a human.
We've evolved past lefties.
Who knew that like 1% difference in like life expectancy would make such a huge difference? Like, over the years.
I aim my gun with my left hand, but my good eye is my right hand. So
I'm feeling called out right now. I don't appreciate it.
Is that how you do? Is that how you do it, Ethan?
no, that's how
no.
people do it. They make specialized stocks for weapons for that.
Yeah.
One of my
Crazy.
friends, like, we were shooting targets because Texas, and I didn't
Texas.
realize she was a lefty. I mean, she was shooting but that she was like aiming with her other eye. So the gun kicked back, and she had like a big like cut on her head from the scope. And I was like, "How?" It's like, "Oh
That
Lord."
happened to me when I was 8.
Oh, I was like, "Ow." Okay, we got our names. So now you have to choose your number. And this is going to relate where if you're more lasers, so technology, science, cold rationality, calm, or precise action, or if you favor feelings, intuition, diplomacy, seduction, wild, passionate action. The lower number means you're better at feelings, and the higher number means you're better at lasers.
So if I go high number, I'm like a terrible envoy.
So
You're super good at lasers, really bad at feelings.
yeah, so if you're using feelings, you want to roll over your feeling number. So yeah, so if you want to be super passionate, be like a 1, like everything higher. But if you ever have to roll a laser, you have to roll the opposite way, you know?
Oh, neat. Oh, that's a cool mechanic. Yeah, then
I'm gonna go with a 2 for the wild, passionate action.
There we go.
There seems to be a lot of wild, passionate actions, and so I think I'm just going to go for a 5. Just make sure if we need something done tech-wise, we're getting it done.
There you go.
I'll balance it out. I'll go 3.
Okay.
I was gonna go laser, like a 5 for precise, but he's like a young, passionate about what he's getting into for the first time kid. So it's got to be the passionate action. Sure, 2.
Awesome. So many feelings.
Look, this might blow up in my. It really depends on if I can justify like doing some sick stunts as wild, passionate action and use feelings, even though they require a lot of precision and technical skill.
I don't know.
We'll see.
Find out.
Yeah,
We'll
we're
find
gonna-
out.
We might.
I bet if you word it a certain way.
This
Yeah, I
adventure's
bet I
gonna be
gotta at
real
least-
short as you try and land with
I
passion.
gotta pop. I
Hold
gotta
up.
pop like
Hold
a
up.
sick
Hold
wheelie
up.
in the middle, like do a
Awesome.
flip, or do a barrel roll.
Yeah.
That one's easy. You just press Z or R twice.
There you go.
That's awesome. If like the pilot, you just have like a little console controller, and you're
It's an N64 controller.
yeah.
Actually,
It's been
That's what they
patched
do with
together
drones.
1,000 times
Yeah.
because it's
with
OG.
Rumble Pack.
They don't make
with
them
Rumble
anymore.
Pack.
Oh, the thing on the bottom. Yeah.
Yeah, it's got the Rumble Pack so that I know if I'm about to hit something or not. 'Cause, the proximity sensors give me a little rumble.
You're like, whoa, pull up.
But the joystick's always broken, so
Right,
it's
yeah.
very difficult.
It just
to fly.
drifts always to the
Yeah,
right
so
a little.
there's like 8 things you can't do with the spaceship because the joystick is busted.
Gotta
Well,
have
maybe-
motion controls on.
We get to build your ship next. So, for your items, so you have your uniform that's got a built-in vac suit for spacewalks. You have a super sweet space phone camera communicator scanner thing. Exact quote. With universal translator. And a variable beam phase pistol set to stun, usually. So, and I guess if y'all have thought about it, if not, maybe the goal will become apparent. Do your characters have any goals? Some of the ones that it gave as an example is to become captain, to meet sexy aliens, to shoot bad guys, find new worlds, solve weird space mysteries, prove yourself, or just keep being awesome.
I gotta go keep being awesome. I've got nothing to prove.
That's right.
That's a hot shot. range.
Exactly. Nothing to prove.
I'm shooting bad guys, baby.
Send data to Big Corp that I have not named yet.
Perfect.
You're the ship spy telling them what we're up to.
Maybe its name is just Big Corp.
Yeah, the big court.
Yeah.
I'm dated a big court.
Yeah, I think Sloan wants to be captain. I don't think that that Sloan should be captain, but Sloan wants to be captain.
Awesome. So now we get to create your ship, the Raptor. So as a group, you get to pick 2 strengths for the Raptor. Do you want it to be fast, nimble, well armored, powerful shield, superior sensors, cloaking device, or fighter craft? And you can pick 2.
I think with our pilot, we almost have to go fighter craft.
Yeah, I got to be able to jump in that X-wing.
There it is.
and go, fuck some shit up outside.
And I think Atos would want some superior sensors on board to make his life a little bit easier.
Do we want sensors in fighter craft? Is that the combo? I think that sounds fun
to me. Yeah.
Sure.
You know it's coming, and then you can beat them up.
There it is.
Easy. Superior sensors. Okay. But now you have to pick a problem with your ship. Is it a fuel hog? Always needs energy crystals. Is it, does it only have 1 medical pod? And currently your captain is in it.
I like that one.
Is it a horrible circuit breakers and battle consoles tend to explode on the bridge? Or does it have a grim reputation?
I like the only 1 medical pod because this is a one shot.
Yeah.
Like when we go.
I'm also partial to the horrible circuit breakers because it's just every sci-fi movie where consoles start blowing up for no reason.
Yes. And maybe that's why you don't have to have a lot of technical skill because like the console's on the fritz most of the time anyway.
Then I got to pull out the N64 controller again, and it's just
that's like first level of caution in those movies. It's like everything still works, but there's just sparks everywhere.
You got to wear your oven mitts and your your face shield before you get close to the console.
Welding helmet.
Welding helmet, exactly. Big leather apron to catch all those like sparks and bits. Let's do horrible circuit breakers then. That's hilarious.
Okay.
Explains why we're not very technically adept.
Yes, there we go. It's like, look, it doesn't work anyway. Why learn it? What's the point? Okay, so I guess that is y'all. Like I said, just a little rundown, I guess, on the dice. When you do something risky, you roll 1d6 to find out how it goes. So, roll plus 1d10 if, not d10, what game are we playing? Plus 1d6 if you are prepared, and plus 1 if you are an expert. So, we'll kind of decide based on what you're doing, if you're doing it risky, if you're doing it more prepared, if you know what you're doing, if you're winging it. And then that's when you will roll and compare it to the number that you chose, and that will assign wins and losses. You also can help people and give them an extra die as well. Then there's like levels of success. So if you don't roll any dice that are a win for you, it goes horribly wrong. So things get worse. If one of them succeeds, you just barely make it. And so maybe there's going to be some sort of consequence. If 2 succeeds, you do it well. Good job. If 3, you get a critical success and the GM tells you some extra effects you get. So you get good stuff. Awesome. If you roll your number exactly, you get some weird psychic ability all of a sudden, and you get to ask me anything and I get to answer it.
What?
Yeah, you get laser feelings.
Yeah, laser.
Very serious condition.
So wait, just as a player knowledge thing, does the ask you anything have to relate to the game?
I mean, just ask me how my day's going.
Right.
You know? Like, hey, what'd you have for dinner yesterday, Taylor?
I gotta answer.
So yeah,
you have to answer.
Truth or truth?
Yeah, truth or truth. I'm like, but yeah, so yeah, it gives you examples like you can do like insight kind of checks, like what are they feeling? Where is this thing? Blah blah blah.
Okay.
And you get laser feelings. And yeah, like I said, you can use. Oh, and if you do that, you can change your action if you wish based on the information you just got.
Oh,
so if you roll your number, you get to learn something. You're like, oh, never mind. I don't want to shoot this guy. You can change your mind and do something else.
Okay, awesome.
And I think that's it. I mean, that's pretty much it. Look, half of the page is all y'all needed to worry about.
Oh, dang.
Easy.
Oh, and then we can help people to give them a
yes,
dice.
yes. And then you can help, and then they'll get an additional D6. Perfect.
I love learning games quickly. That's great.
I know. It's all
ready
fun.
to go.
And you know what? Let's just wing it. So, like I said, y'all are a part of the interstellar scout ship Raptor. Your captain is feeling a little ill, and y'all were the people tasked by his last wish to keep the ship running for some reason. One of the things that y'all were doing was heading off of the ship and onto a planet to retrieve some fancy crystals. They're called void crystals. You have made it back on the ship. You got your crystals. Everyone's sharing. You only lost a couple of red shirts. Like, y'all are all fine, though. It's fine.
Can we say that Captain Darcy is in the medical pod for, like, kind of a BS reason? Like, his tum-tum hurts? You know?
Yeah.
Like
yeah, he's
Well,
just there for
something
the
else.
endless supply of peppermint, you know? Like,
Yeah.
I heard that, Ethan.
Yeah.
Something
it was something else. I mean, we don't know what it was. It was like, oh, that was something else, huh?
Yeah.
something else.
It's my
Sorry.
professional
Food was
doctor's
something
opinion.
else.
Yeah.
But yeah, y'all have made it back onto the bridge. There are applauses from the rest of your team after y'all did some death-defying things to get these crystals. What are you kind of doing to relax and unwind and celebrate your big win? They're like these big black kind of like almost like the tower pillar kind of crystals. You had to like carry them all back.
I think that Sloan is handing out like victory pins, like little things that you can attach to your dress uniform whenever there's like a win, right? And so Sloan is kind of going around glad handing everybody and like, man, great job out there. You really worked those scanners. That was fantastic. Here's a pin.
It's like
just for you.
Women fanning themselves and blushing as she like come by.
Yeah. I mean, whatever. Like Sloan will give everybody the eye. Like he don't care. And so, he'll go around and say, "Man, that was some fantastic piloting there, Bird Eye. That was just incredible."
Bird eye flies like a bird.
Indeed, you did. Even in space, which is crazy because birds would just die. Here's your pin.
Space birds, man. What can I say?
We killed them all. I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, we did. Yeah.
Those pesky space birds.
Yeah. Damn good flyers, though. Those space birds.
That's right. That's why we had to kill them to take their flying abilities and put them into our fighter craft.
Yeah, they're extinct now.
Yeah. It's worth it, though. Becker, Southpaw. Man, way to kill everybody, right?
Thank you, sir.
You know what? For the many men that you killed, you get 2 pins.
His eyes gloss a little bit, and he says, "Thank you, sir." And he puts them both on and gives a quick salute. But as he's saluting, he's kind of half running off to the barracks to tell his buds that are like a year younger than him that haven't gone off on a big space mission yet.
Yes.
To kind of tell them everything about all the baddies he shot and stuff like that.
Yeah, like how incredible the mission was, and like there's a little wink from Sloan as like the vote for me for captain kind of deal. Like, hey, we're all. That's what I got. That's what I'm doing.
Vote for me for captain. I like it. You're gonna
You just hear from the other room, and then he goes, and I was like ducking behind the rock, and I'm just going off on these bullshit stories, doubling the amount of enemies.
Oh yeah. They had big gnarly teeth.
Bitch was this today.
There were like nobody. There's nobody on the planet. We just got crushed by rocks. You know, like that's how we lost people.
Awesome. What is Atos?
Atos one, in my head, he's like a very creepy looking android where he's like a musculoskeletal thing, but he has an Indiana Jones outfit on to like soothe the people that he's with. Like he's like, "Oh, I am not an android. I am a human like you. I am trying to help." But like he has just like the muscles and jaw of like a skeleton.
Oh my god.
And so
Who's
after
the-
he receives
Who's the android in Fallout? The detective guy?
Oh,
Valentine.
Valentine. I'm getting Valentine vibes here of
Yes.
like it's like
Yes,
he's
that's
dressed
exactly
with
what
the
you
whole
should be
everything, and he's like obviously not human.
Yes. And so upon receiving the pin, he goes, "I do not need payment for doing my job," and then drops the pin and then walks to his room, which is just a charging station for him.
Yeah, and as you're like walking away, Sloan bends down to pick up his military decoration for job well done, but okay. And I'll go and like put it in your like mail inbox, I guess, or whatever. You've got some way of giving you stuff. I'll put it in there.
Just like a little like Foot Locker, just buy a plug in the wall.
Yeah.
That's his room.
Is it like a Roomba docking station? You have to back into it.
Yep. Yeah. And then he squats in like a really weird
Oh no!
Like a little Slav squat.
Yeah. Yes, exactly. But he's like looking right at the door. So if you open up the door, he's just staring at you.
Wait, with the Slav squad though, it must just kind of look like he's shitting.
Yeah, it definitely does. With
in the
like glowing
corner.
eyes.
Just staring straight ahead of the door, like, okay.
The only light sources in the room are the opposite of where he is, so it's like very dark.
And you just see a pair of glowing eyes in the corner.
Oh god.
Staring at
Oh
you.
man.
I'm here for it. Yes, perfect. Yeah, that's yeah. Sloan doesn't open that door. He's opened that door one too many times. I don't need to see that again.
It's terrifying every time.
I'll just put this in a little space envelope and space tape it to a space door, and I'll walk away.
So yeah, you kind of leave that there. We've got charging. You're handing out medals. What is our captain doing? Or not our captain? Our captain's suffering from something else. Our pilot doing while these guys
Talk
are
slow and give you the eyes.
Yeah. Birdseye's doing something very similar to what Southpaw's doing, and is kind of chatting up some of the other crew of, about all of his exploits, referring to himself a lot in the third person, accepting many complimentary beverages. He's got like two crew members kind of on either arm or whatever, and he's like, and that's our creepy murder room. That's where the android sleeps. I know you know this. Hey, don't worry about it. I've got some cheese back in my quarters.
just eating it up. Like,
I swear that asteroid belt came out of nowhere. But I'm getting this through. Look, Birdseye knows how to fly right through that asteroid field. It was bananas. I tell you, it was bananas.
The asteroid belt just shows up. We're like, whoa! What is this thing doing here? Our incredible scanners, our super sensors, barely caught them in time.
That's right. That's right. Yeah.
Literally 2 light years from it.
Yeah.
Birdseye's going for some passionate action here this evening.
Yeah.
Yes, I love it. Yeah, I mean, the people that are with you are eating it up. I mean, really, anyone, they're just like, it's been like a pretty boring couple of months. I mean, look, people think space is all exciting and aliens and shoot. It's a lot of nothing for a long time before you get to cool stuff. So everyone is pumped for all of this excitement. And you have some of the scientists that are kind of packing up the void crystals in like safe little containers and kind of wheeling them back into the I almost said med bay. That's not laboratory.
Yep.
Area for some safekeeping. You aren't 100% sure exactly why y'all wanted these, other than they're just really cool. You're like,
might just be worth like a fuck ton of money.
Yeah.
yeah.
Just happy to follow orders.
That's right. That's right. That's right.
You can buy a lot of space whiskey with this.
Maybe
If I
with the
could drink.
captain down, like Sloan, like looked through some like trades mags and was like, "Oh man, void crystals are exactly what people want right now. Let's go. I'm just gonna forge some documents, get a requisition order for some void crystals. Go get those."
Hell yeah. And while y'all are all doing your separate celebrating and unwinding, there is a woman standing by the superior sensors that you have that she has been monitoring. This is her job on the ship. And she kind of turns around. Do you're not captain. Acting captain Sloan, sir?
I like acting captain. Yeah.
Okay. I'm catching something on the sensors.
Oh, well, that sounds exciting. What do you have on the sensors there? I'll come over and help you take a look.
Yeah. It looks like there's a ship coming this way.
Oh, more friends. What do they look like? Are they friendly?
And she kind of like pings on it and gets a little bigger, and she's like, "It."
Yeah, he'll
seems
point
like
at it and go,
they're-
enhance.
She just does the like
We
pinch.
need another person. We need 2 people on this keyboard.
One of them has to be a punk rock goth chick, and the other one has to be the straight-laced dude,
Yeah.
the IT guy.
And she
Which
kinda
means
thinks,
this must be like a goth punk rock
Oh yeah, the
like
sensors
science
chick
office,
has
or
to be
communications office.
Yeah, she's
Oh, yeah.
she's goth punk rock, and Sloan is there with his hands also on the keyboard, taking
Yes.
care of the number pad and like enter all the way to the letter L, and then
Where's the any key?
There doesn't seem to be
It's
any
like-
other key.
a lot of stuff obviously on this ship doesn't work properly when it comes to your circuit breakers and the thing. So the keyboards have not worked in like a month. It's fully like touchscreen now, but she just hasn't told you.
Oh, good. That's awesome. So Sloan is like
The
is
younger
like-
brother.
He's like
with the
bull
controller.
guarding on her job, and she's like, "You know what I need to do? Plug in a little keyboard, make him feel important.
yeah,
That's what
like-
I need to do."
It's like, I know this doesn't work. We're going to leave it here. But she zooms in on it and she's like, acting captain, sir. I mean, I'm worried for
You
my
don't- you don't-
job
you don't
when
have
you're
to,
around.
You don't have to say the whole thing. You
Oh,
can just
okay.
shorten it.
Acting? Which is captain?
All right.
I feel like
Never mind. Keep going.
Act cap?
yeah, she's just like, there's something, you're just so good at my job. I'm worried about my security. Look, can't you see? It looks like it's some sort of unmarked ship, but it seems like they're just kind of floating.
Oh.
Nothing's really on. The only reason I was able to pick them up is there's some distress beacon.
Oh, well, what does the beacon say?
It's just kind of a Morse code SOS. It seems like it is a automated one. It's not one that anyone actively chatted and put out.
Okay, well, I think we'll need our hotshot pilot to come get us a little closer to the ship, get a closer look. I'm gonna on the keyboard like jam a button and say bird's eye to the bridge.
She's holding a push button like off to the side. She's like,
And
All right, bird's eye.
You get the last half of Zai to the bridge.
and she's like, oh shit.
Oh God, he's trying to
I think
talk
you
to
forgot
somebody.
I think you forgot the bird, but I'm on my way there, Sloan. All right,
Sloan
all right,
looks
everybody,
at the,
pick it up.
At the goth sensor operator's like, did I missay his name? That's really terrible.
No, you. I think it's just my system is a little goofy. I need to look at it while y'all are off.
Yeah, you get all the goofballs out of there. We need everything tip top shape. I know this place goes on the fritz, so you know. And he like opens up a drawer and gets out like 2 layers of big thick oven mitt gloves. Like you might need 2 of these, you know.
I don't tell anyone. But if a vote comes up, you got my vote.
All right. as you were. And then I'm going to go like stand near the captain's chair. But not get in it.
Don't sit in. Yeah, just stand near it.
Yep. I'll have my hand on the back of the captain's chair, but not actually like sitting in the captain's chair.
I love it.
I want to walk up. I want to walk up to Sloan and kind of get that kind of bro-y, too close vibes.
Yeah.
Where your arm over the shoulder, like, don't really know you that well.
Right, yeah.
Like,
and Sloan
yeah,
just like very carefully like grabs like one of your fingers and like just gently lifts you off of his shoulder, but regards you like, yeah, what do you have to say?
I'm like, well, Captain, I didn't want to, step above my pay grade, but I heard we had maybe another job. And you now notice that he's like steaming. He is shirtless and in a towel. Like he heard it and came running before.
Straight from the showers. Awesome. Yeah. So Sloan will like put his hand on your shoulder and say, and kind of like regard you very briefly and say, yeah, I think we might have something to do. You might want to get suited up. Could be some heavy work.
Yes, sir.
I think
immediately, yes, sir.
as he's leaving, Birdseye shows up and says, "Oh, nice towel," because he's in a matching towel.
This is yours, sir. You lent it to me, sir.
That explains it. I totally forgot.
There's only like 10 towels on the whole ship, and it's like a weird towel economy going on.
Yeah,
promoted to getting my own towel.
Yes, you don't even have your own issue towel.
Birdseye's just trying to remember which towel he gave me. He's missing a lot of towels.
It was not the face towel.
There's someone on the other side of the room that just like winks at you.
All right.
Birdseye, just the man I wanted to see. We've got something on the scopes. I need you to get us in close.
Oh, yeah. Like, yeah, I should probably. All right, yeah, the towel's fine.
No, you're the only one who sits in that chair now, right? Ever since the thing, so.
Right, yeah. I'll sit in the pilot's chair, and he's like, "Did you say you wanted Birdseye to take you in danger close?"
There's no other kind of close, is there, right? So danger close it has to be.
You're goddamn right. And he just takes a little lever and just like pushes it all the way forward.
Danger, high voltage.
Cut to a scene of everyone like doing the like shaking. All right. Well, let's get you to do just a good old pilot check here.
Right.
You are obviously an expert. I feel like you're probably always pretty prepared. You know, you sat down.
Always prepared to go danger close.
Always prepared for danger close. So.
Okay, so that gives me 3 dice?
Yes. So normal dice,
right.
You're prepared, and you are an expert.
All right, now you say, am I going to roll lasers or feelings?
Yeah,
what do you
here we are.
the danger zone?
How screwed are you, buddy? That's the question right now.
We're going to find out.
You know, just because it's fun. I feel like, there's some people, like I'm like this with a lot of things. I do something because I can feel how to do it, not because I know the technical things. I'm just like, I know I need to push these buttons. I feel like you're very much like your emotions into your driving. You just like know it's an extension of you.
Yeah, I got my rumble pack plugged in so I can really feel the road.
Yeah, I feel like
it's in the chair.
There's just something about that danger close that just, you're so connected to your machine and you're like, heck yeah, you're jazzed, you're pumped, you can do it without feeling.
All right. Sick.
You're passionate.
All right. So I got a 5, a 6, and a 6, and my number is 2. So I think that's good.
Hell yeah.
That's awesome.
That is a critical
Very
success.
glad she let you do it on feelings.
Yeah, that would have been really bad.
Yeah. So I feel like there's going to be times when the pilot would kind of turn in more lasers, but you knew what you was doing.
Mm-hmm.
You're showing off still.
I'm sure, yeah. This is my 3rd round of wild, passionate action today.
Crank some Skinnerd.
you.
I've got to do something because none of the controls actually work. So what am I doing to make this look good?
It's literally all just that girl over there with a touchpad, just like watching what all of y'all do. No, but yeah, so you throttle it, go flying in. You start going, and everyone's a little concerned for a second because you were coming like real close to this planet y'all just left and hadn't pulled away from yet. But you like boomerang around it. You start heading off into the blackness of space until you see some metal, like a nice reflection of light from the sun as it's just kind of floating. No engines. Looks to be completely off. And it's just kind of floating around, and it looks to be, I will say, since you get to some extra effect. Is that, I guess that's not information. It's an extra effect. What I guess is your goal in this? Just getting up on it, right?
Yeah, so I was trying to get to the ship. I think a good extra effect is like the doors line up, right?
Yeah, it's like that perfect slide.
Bridge goes out first try, kind of deal.
Perfect.
And maybe I do a sick drift into it.
Yeah.
You already have the bridge fully out.
Yeah.
Yeah, you just know.
You're like hitting the extend the bridge button as you're cranking it, and it was like, whoa, and then you just hook it.
Yeah,
that's right.
Like all of the like shutters are down on the windows here. You can kind of see out everything, so you just see the expert precision as he just slides in, and then clink. It just locks right into, we're gonna say that these spaceships have little slots, the bridges, everything can connect to,
Like those weird little like tube things.
Yeah, and they just
yeah.
Perfect fit every try.
More applause from around the room.
True masterwork, Birdseye.
Still buttoning your shirt.
Yeah.
I'm shaving.
Shaving on the bridge. Sloan's,
all right, I'm gonna
Sloan's
go
up there, like pats you on the shoulders, like first time every time. Expect nothing less from you. Good job.
Sure thing. I'm gonna go put some clothes on.
That's good. Meet us down at the bridge. Hey, robot. I'm hitting some button on some console somewhere. I hope that it raises the robot. We have an away mission. Meet us on the bridge. Well, the extendo bridge, not the command deck.
And as Atos hear this, he like has one of those noises like they do in like AI things now, where it's like to make you seem like it's human. It's like a waking up stretch noise, but it's incredibly creepy. It's like I am up. I will meet you by the extendo bridge. You just hear like just the clanking of metal feet on the floor.
All right, Atos is good. Becker, you're looking ready.
Yes, sir. And he's like re-strapping Velcros on his chest. And,
yeah.
Strapping buckles on his pants and stuff.
Excellent.
Making sure everything's straight.
Good. Yeah, I'll grab like some like go bag that we must have, right, with like gear and junk, and I'll throw it to Becker to have him like ruck it onto the ship.
Noticeably catches it very, he almost drops it.
Yeah. Yeah, because he's still like new, so it's like here, and you're like, oh god.
Yeah, he puts both shoulders on and then clips the thing in the middle.
All right. Yeah, good
Everything's
stuff.
gotta be clipped.
I'll go ahead and like, this whole time my vac suit's been like open with like a huge V, right? So I'm gonna zip that up and pull the stuff on, and then make.
It's just a sigh of disappointment from the entire room.
Perfect.
All right. So y'all all meeting up. Anything else y'all would like to do before you get to the extendo bridge?
Birdseye shows up after like 5-ish minutes and has like one boot on, like trying to pull the other one on, and like the vac suit's like still way down. You can see he's just totally forgot a couple layers there. And he'll finish it and he's like, all right, I'm ready to go.
Yeah.
We got we're getting the like phasers this time, or is this Like exploratory kind of situation.
Let's I think let's explore first, but keep your phaser with you. I'm gonna check everybody's vac suits real quick, just make sure that everybody's actually like sealed up. I won't even look at Atos because I know he doesn't breathe air. But the other two, I'll check them, make sure that they're all zipped up and good to go.
Yeah. Do a lasers for me.
Oh, okay.
I'll get a little lasers check, make sure everyone's good.
Sweet.
Fails it, and one of us just walks outside and explodes.
So hold on. Let's see here. I'm in Google.
I feel like, can I help mine?
Yeah.
I am
involved here.
I'm letting him do it, but I already know it's perfect.
Yeah, you're like checking all of your buttons and everything again, like for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, so get an extra D6 for that. You're prepared. I would say, are you an expert at this? Is this something you do, or is it like a new thing you're acting to be captain?
Yeah, I feel like envoys do go out into space, do take the space bridges, right? But probably almost always to like a ship that has people on it. So I probably don't mess with vac suits very much. So this is definitely performative. This is like,
okay.
I know you're supposed to do this. I gotta act like the guy in charge now because I'm running for captain. So he's like, yep, yeah. He's checking the seals, but he maybe doesn't know exactly what he's looking for. So I'm down for not getting the expert die. I think that's fine.
Yeah. So just prepared your normal die, and then Becker is helping. So
3d6 total because Becker's helping me. Okay, good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so like I'm checking everybody, and Becker, you're coming in like right behind me, making sure. And this is a lasers roll, right?
Yes.
I want to roll under.
If you're rolling lasers, you want to roll under. Yes.
Okay, cool. I got a 3, 3, and a 1. My number is a 3. So I got 2 of them on my number and then 1 underneath.
So you have 3 successes. So you go through and you're checking everything. Surprisingly, somehow Birdseye did get everything on properly.
Despite being rushed, Birdseye is dressed.
Despite being rushed, still good. Same with Becker. You kind of go in and you're like, oh no, this needs to be like this, and you kind of rearrange something and you turn around and Becker puts it back like it's supposed to be.
It always rubs weird when they do that.
Yeah, it's like,
keep that part
yeah. It's kind of like like when a mom like licks their finger and like wipes something off, and then as soon as they turn around, the kid's like,
yeah,
it's similar.
Looks better, sir.
Yeah.
That's solid. It's like compliments.
I have calluses there. It looks better. I like it that way.
You get everything going, and you are standing there at this extendo deck, kind of looking out onto the ship, thinking about what you're about to do. And since you rolled your number, what sort of laser feelings are you wanting to hone in on right now?
Yeah. So, Sloan is checking out this ship. It's adrift. It's got this automated distress call going on, and I'm about to risk, 3 of my crew member to find out, right? So Sloan's regarding the ship real quick, and I just want to know, like, what is my gut telling me? Is this like, is this sending up some like Spidey signals, or is this like a payday?
Okay, so you are looking at the ship and you're trying to think like, what's going on here? And definitely there are some days that you come across something like this that's been abandoned and it's a payday, and there's some days that it's a bad day. So you're looking, and you're getting a little bit of a spidey sense. You're looking at this, and it looks like some sort of cargo ship, but it looks like someone has maybe taken the effort to get rid of any sort of signifying marks on it.
Oh, cool.
So you don't see any specific ports or planets or anything labeled, and it just looks old.
Yeah.
Like it doesn't look like anything you would see new and out running around. And you're just like, why? This is weird. And a cargo ship wouldn't be floating around. They would have docked that, scrapped it, made something else,
Yeah. Okay. Then Sloan's gonna kind of look over this thing, and Can I like intuit that there's not like a lot of combat damage on this thing, like a lot of scorch marks? It doesn't have any big holes in the side of it or any of that kind of stuff, right?
No, it just kind of just looks outdated, a little
Outdated
rusty in
and
some
abandoned
spots.
kind of thing.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Then Sloane's gonna kind of look at this and go, "All right, gentlemen. Um, what, Gavin? What is Atos's I guess what is Atos's pronoun?
What would Atos prefer? Probably they.
They, okay. And would you consider yourself like, if I said gentleman and android, or like gentleman and droid, or what are you thinking on like how it'd signify you?
Atos probably wouldn't care what
Okay.
you call them. Yeah.
Okay, cool. So I'll say gentleman, droid. Something kind of weird about this place. Let's go ahead and make sure our phasers are ready. Set them to stun for now. And Sloane is gonna like unhitch his, but not actually draw it.
Perfect.
Mine is not set to stun. It won't.
Yeah, it doesn't. You broke that a long time ago.
My
Just a hand me down.
Birdseye like scribbled over the original ones to like the instructions that he would understand like a long time ago, and so like one side says "fuck you" and the other side also says "fuck you," so he just kind of picks one. Like, it's like
Is it like a number of exclamation points at the end? Is that the signifier?
one of them's lowercase, one of them's all caps, but like there's a who knows really like he's forgotten so long ago why he put one in caps and one not in caps. So it's like maybe the all caps is like we gotta take him alive, and the lowercase is like man fuck you, dude. Just like trying to kill him. So it's like it could go either way.
Sure.
Yeah, so I
It's
put a
something.
label. I put a label over stun for mine. It just says no fun. It's one of those little label maker things. No fun.
Fun, no fun. Perfect. Yeah, so I'll give a knowing this about Becker Southpaw, I'll give you a little wink. You know, it's like set your phasers to stun. And knowing that you don't do that, it's like you're okay. You do whatever you got to do.
Do the smallest salute.
Yeah, that's right.
Not be noticeable.
I think like Birdseye would lean over to Becker and be like, "You too, huh?" Like looking at this. Like,
Atos,
I forgot which one of these was stunned forever ago. It's
Atos with your superior sensors array built into your chassis there. Why don't you take us in?
I also can't die, so I should always lead first. And then he'll just move to the front. Or they have moved to the front.
Sweet. Sloane's in the back.
I'm glad they know that.
I'm glad they know that. That's right.
Like we all knew that, but I'm really glad they do that.
All right.
I'm trying to get to the front, but this bag pretty heavy.
It's almost nice when you walk out and there's a little less gravity. You're like, oh yeah, this is better. Stretch a little. All right, so y'all kind of like I said, you're prepped for a spacewalk. You've got this kind of bridge. It's got a little bit of a protective covering, so you're not gonna go like flying off into nothingness.
But just having like non-flashbacks from the time David ran Traveler and we got like stuck in one of these things and it was just awful. David's so mean in space. Never go to space with David.
It was fun.
It was very fun, but it was also very mean.
Space just wants you to die. It doesn't want you to do anything but die. You're not supposed to be there. It's space.
It's like, roll some dice, and if you fail, I mean, maybe you just float forever in the vacuum of space. We'll find out. Like, but that's the stakes. Now you know. You thought you could just board this other ship.
Maybe we should have taken some skills in
Is that
zero
worse
G.
than dying?
Oh my god, that's great.
So y'all walk across this extendo bridge, and you are met with a sealed door.
Okay.
Can Atos try to rip it open? Or hack it open? Ripping would be preferable.
Yeah. I'll say I'll let you do a rip. There's, that you can see where the door is. There's some grooves. There's some mechanics. You could get your fingers in on it. But I'm definitely feeling that's more of a feelings kind of thing, Like, do you have the gusto to just like it off? There's not really a technical way to just heave.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
I have a 5, so I have to roll above a 5. Let's see.
Or a 5.
And it's just one die?
Yes. One.
Because I don't really.
I would say you're probably. Are you an? What do you think your expertise is on ripping open things?
The only thing, and I don't know if I give this to myself, is like explorers. Like you got to make your own path, right? You're like a pathfinder, so like that's kind of thing. But even then, that's really pushing it.
Yeah, I'll give you a prepared, because you knew you were coming up to this door. You've probably broken into some things, but I wouldn't say.
Bird's Eye's gonna help by knocking on it with his elbow like the Fonz.
Yes. All right.
You got to feel it.
Sloan has like a little hidden like hand mirror, and is just making sure that everything's good. In 0G the hair tends to drift, so you just got to make sure it's all, While everybody's working on the door, Sloan is working on Sloan.
How does mine look, sir? It's just...
He like packs away.
It's straight
deadly as ever.
cut.
Yeah,
flat on top.
Yeah.
It's not moving.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, yeah, high and tight, straight, deadly as ever. Good job, Becker.
So, bad news. I rolled a 1, a 2, and a 3.
Oh no!
My number is a 5.
Oh no. Okay, so that's
was that? Oh, sorry, you were doing a feelings.
Yeah, because it's like
you gotta feel it if you're gonna just rip a door off.
That's true. That's true.
You don't do that technically.
That's right.
So you grab this and yank as hard as you can, but space is cold. And ice kind of gathers up on some weird spots, and it looks like maybe where this led into, there was a little bit of a air leak. This is probably what are those? You go into the chamber and then it goes down to pressure. Airlock. Thank you. Might have been leaking a little. It's got some weird kind of icy buildup on the edge, and your hands slip, and you fly into Bird's Eye, who's Fonz in it, on the door, who then you both kind of topple and accidentally hit just a handy lever that unhooks the spacewalk from the ship. And so now it's not flying far away by any means, but you see the gap start to form between you and this ship.
All very familiar.
I got this, sir. I try and go over and hold on to the lever that's on that side and hook my feet in somewhere and just try and man it. Hold.
Yeah, Sloan will jump in and try and like not let the gap grow any further than it already
Sacrificing my entire spine, basically.
All right.
Sloan's gonna assist, so he gets some extra.
I'll say both of those. I'll go with the feelings. It was a gut oh shit, and you're just rushing with as much gusto, basically jumping almost into open space. It's pretty scary. So we'll give you, you got to help plus your normal. You're not prepared to stop a spaceship or grab a spaceship. I'll just give you the 2.
He's prepared for very little.
Yeah.
Except looking like he's prepared.
You got the Boy Scout vibes, but not the Boy Scout delivery.
All right, so hopefully this should be easy. My number's a 2.
Say that you're gonna roll 2 1s now.
A 1 and a 2.
Oh my God.
Hey, that's good though. That you got 1. You barely managed. So you rush over, like both Bird's Eye and Atos are on the ground, just like stuck in each other, and you just kind of put your foot on whoever, probably Atos's back, and kind of jump a little, and you grab that, but it's almost too late for your feet as you like turn around, and you just barely get this like little lip with your toe, and
could Sloan have like caught him?
yeah, and Sloan like grabs his ankle. So y'all are just,
he looks you like dead in the eyes, like, I got you.
As this all happened, Atos would be like, I am sorry. The probability of having this was really low, and I would feel embarrassed.
Birdseye's just like, don't worry, Atos. Not the first time I've found myself in a compromising position with an android.
Don't worry.
You like just play the laughter wave file. It's like laughter.
His mouth doesn't even move. He's just staring at you.
Oh yeah, this is pretty similar actually.
Stop it! You're taking me back. Sloan looks over at Birdseye's like, you too, huh? All right.
Don't worry, guys. I got this. And so Becker's normally like very fair skinned, but he is beet red. Just like see sweat forming on his.
Well, and you're surrounded by all this like energy, you know, it's just kind of.
I'm just excited, sir.
It's okay, we all are. Let's get this door open, all right?
While I'm sitting here just kind of staring around, do I get a feeling on how I can open this door?
Oh yeah, I'm sorry, we got so distracted with androids. Yeah. Yeah, what would you like to learn with your laser feelings as you are just super adrenaline rush, like mom strength right now, holding on to this like ship?
So like when you're really trying to hold on to and focus on one, you kind of try and laser focus on one thing to not think about the current really hard shit that you're doing. Mm-hmm. So I'm just trying to focus on the door and I want to kind of figure out what just the easiest, safest way to open this door.
Okay. So you're holding on, and you kind of just look over a little, and you see that ice kind of forming up, and you're like, that's what's going on here. And you realize there's, like I said, there's some sort of gap, so it's not completely sealed here. And it looks like probably, I would say, maybe even with just like, because the ship itself is kind of fallen off, it looks like you could probably get some sort of item, wedge it in, kind of almost jimmy that door open probably pretty easily.
Okay.
It looks a little damaged post Android ripping on it, so it might be a little easier.
We got that rucksack full of boarding gear or whatever. So we can pilfer that for a crowbar of some kind.
Yeah.
Once we get this tied off, I don't know. Can you look for a rope in there too?
Yeah. Sloan is in your back.
Unzip me.
Yeah, Sloan is in the bag. Like I'm holding on to your ankle with one hand, and I'm like digging through the bag, tossing stuff into space that isn't needed, like rations and a baked pie, you know, or whatever, and there's a bunch of stuff. And there's like this
from mom.
there's this big long dangle of rope back there. It's like I haven't found
my magazine. That's not my magazine.
I haven't found the rope yet. Hold on.
Oh, hey, my magazine.
Here's your crowbar. Oh, hey, I found rope, and like start grabbing all the rope and feeding it to you. It's space rope, so it's like, you know, indestructible while in space, but disintegrates as soon as it finds, atmosphere or gravity or something like that.
Okay. Yeah, it's really bad in oxygen for some reason.
Yeah, it's terrible in oxygen, but awesome.
I'm tying the space rope on the whatever space thing I'm holding onto.
Right. Yeah, you kind of you're holding on to this lever that kind of moves the mechanism to lock and unlock, and you see there's kind of a little hook that it moves, and you tie it off and pass it back, and y'all tie it off to the bridge, and y'all are now reconnected. And see that the door took some damage for sure from getting ripped, but not enough. You can hear the like slight like of like air now coming out a little more from the airlock.
I'm definitely checking my suit to make sure that's not air from me.
Yeah, I'll grab some sort of like sealant and protect the space rope from the air coming out of the ship, so the space rope doesn't get disintegrated.
Perfect. Yeah, you get some like space tar.
It's the Gorilla Glue adhesive spray.
Yeah.
Just give it a big shake.
Yep. Love it. Safe from the
If that gets on anybody's visor, it's game over.
Becker uses it in his hair.
We're going to fly out to some clinic in Cali, Space Cali, with a space plastic surgeon to devise his own solvent.
Sorry, everybody. Oh my god, I messed that all up. Sorry, everybody. It's fixed.
Oh, no.
It's fixed. Oh my god, sorry. Yes.
Oh my god. I don't know why when I laugh, only my right eye freaking waters. So I'm like crying out of my right eye this entire time. I don't even know why my makeup on is gone up to like my eyebrow. Anyway. Yeah. Okay. So you can probably find either from the wreckage or in the bag some sort of kind of thing. Who wants to get in there and kind of break the lock? I would say it'd be a little more technical because you're kind of like picking a lock.
Atos will get up and go round 2 and then like try to go at it, but this time technical. So he's actually not trying to just force it open. He's like,
so this is when you roll all 6s.
Okay.
The failures are fun though. Like this last like umpteen minutes of content is all from
that failure.
Fucking amazing.
Yeah, Birdseye's kind of like looking back at our ship and just being like, we're good. It's all good. We've got this.
There's like a camera over there and like the little light like pulses green's like signal received kind of thing. You're like, we're great, man. This is fantastic.
There's like people have like little handmade signs. They're just like, yeah.
We can see them in the window like, go.
They're just watching us.
Go Birdseye. Go.
There's a big vote for Sloan and you're like, who's that?
Do I see the girl that I'm trying to impress?
Yes.
Oh, for sure. All right.
So
I would say definitely prepared.
Flex. You give extra flex because you see her there. And you're like, yeah.
Like she saw me do that.
Yeah, there's not very many days that there's entertainment. So the fact that there's been 2 cool things in one day, everyone's like glued to the window, like, what's going on?
Yes.
Okay, so just 2?
Yes.
Oh, right, so somebody should help you. I'll help you.
Or say, I would say you might. Well, nah, yeah. You can get some help. Because we'll say Sloan was up there putting the space gorilla glue on the rope and got like a good view. And so now y'all are kind of doing like when you and a friend would go to the arcade and do the claw machine, and one would stand on the side and one would stand here. You're like a little that way.
Yeah.
Helping
too far.
That is exactly how Sloan would help too, is by telling you what to do. That is 1,000% what Sloan would be doing.
Bad mouth you when you go too far.
Why would you do that?
You can't do that. You know you can't do that. I rolled a 3, a 2, and a 6.
Awesome. So that is 2 successes.
All right. We don't have to rewrite your program today.
And that's just job well done.
Effective model.
Do they do that?
I mean, sometimes.
He hadn't seen any training videos on that.
How did you get on a ship without seeing any training videos?
He's seen a lot of. He has, I guess, a certain amount of the training videos that he has watched religiously, but
He's really only supposed to be like an intern and just kind of like hearing about it after fact. Y'all weren't even supposed to bring him.
Yes.
Like, he's just kind of like
he's like an unpaid intern that was supposed to be here for like a week, and he's like on 6 months because we just like left and he didn't leave the ship when we left.
Can I change my last name to Darcy?
just the captain's kid.
Oh my gosh, the captain's kid.
No, that's why Southpaw is such an unrealistic kind of last name. It's like, yeah, no, my name is I'm left-handed Southpaw.
Yeah,
that's my name. Definitely not Darcy.
This is it. He does not want people to know.
that's right. That's great. That's great.
All right, but yeah, you kind of help direct, and y'all hear it click, and the last little bit of air kind of comes out of this, and thankfully everything's tied off as you kind of get pushed back from the amount of air escaping from this airlock, but y'all are in the bubble. Everything's tied off. You're A-okay. And you're able to just kind of walk in, and you see that, like I said, the engines itself are not on, but it looks like there is still some sort of power in here, maybe generator, very minimal light. Like, we've all watched like Alien when it's just the one light in the room and like a couple of buttons. That's like all that's on.
I'm imagining Pandorum for some reason.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is it dark or like is it lit at all?
Very, very dimly.
Can
You have just
there
like
be
that kind
like,
of yellow flashing.
Can there be just like a really odd glowing from Aetos's eyes, just like ahead of us, so it looks like it's like our vision is like that's what you see, just like this odd yellow glow.
Oh, cool.
Yes.
I like it.
Just your headlights.
I'm gonna take my super sweet space phone camera communicator scanner thingy, and I'm gonna like go through it real quick and make the screen real bright, and then I'm gonna shine it.
Not even the flashlight, just the screen brightness.
Yeah, just the screen.
Yeah, I'm pointing my pistol that has the flashlight on it, and I have the flashlight on.
Oh,
pointing my
that's a lot better. All right, never mind. Just take my phone back and put it away.
I'm taking any chance to point my pistol.
You just see frantic movements back and forth with like this pistol all over the place.
Yeah.
Birdseye's just, you see like a really bright light come on and then it goes off. And then like a few seconds later, you see a really, really bright light come on from a slightly different angle and then it goes off. He's just taking pictures for his social feeds.
Yes.
He's like, Birdseye's got to keep up the presence.
Daily content.
If it's anything like Traveler, I've got a giant like 5-gallon drum size like hard drive to get nailed somewhere, I guess.
Yes, exactly.
All right, y'all get some lights where you can see. You shut that airlock, and it kind of does a little auto decompression system sort of thing before it'll let you open the next one. So you kind of open door and like wait, and y'all feel like from that weightlessness to just like do-do-do, and you can all kind of land on your feet and you're a little more yourself. Your backpack's real heavy again, Becker. You're like, oh, okay.
Yeah,
Well,
so
it's probably a lot less heavy.
Yeah,
Sloan has like a couple armloads full of stuff. He's like stuffing it back into the backpack now that we're in the thing. So you're like waiting for Sloan to be done refilling the backpack.
Pushing things
I'll keep the magazine.
Very
Oh,
forceful.
yeah, here you go. Magazine for you.
Just roll that one up and put it in the pocket.
There's no more space rope. There's no more space glue. So we're down 20% of this bag's contents.
Only
A lot
5
of
more
space
uses
glue.
of space glue.
It's all like Cohos and Twinkies. It's all just like sweet foods.
Yeah.
It's not even like useful stuff. We just
There's only
basically used all the
snowballs in
useful
here.
stuff.
So you did let the teenager pack the bag
Yeah,
for the
that's
most
right.
part. So
Bunch of snack cakes and
but it decompresses. You got your gravity back, you got some air, and you are able to open the door into the rest of the ship.
sorry.
Ooh.
Sorry.
Space werewolves.
Space
werewolves.
Yeah. Cool. Now that we
From
have
the other
air
room.
back, I'm gonna take off the helmet, right? give it
Okay.
a little bit of a shake, and then like get myself back down to uniform ready with the big V.
Love it. We'll say this is like very like Mass Effect-esque, where you can either like collapse the helmet or there's just like a little like magnet kind of holster in the
Oh,
back
that's
for all
even
your
better. Like
stuff.
take off the helmet, it's like attached to this like thing. Yeah, I
Yeah,
like the idea
yeah.
of it just like bouncing around back there.
So,
I think Bird's Eye went for the Star Lord model, where it's like just like some stylish earrings, and then just kind of deal.
yeah, I like it.
Danger close. Never know when you might need a space helmet.
Yeah, I'm a visor up motorcycle helmet kind of guy.
Perfect. And then Ados is just like,
Yeah.
this is me.
It fixes his like Indiana Jones ripoff hat, and then
Yeah.
does like the slow sweep up too, but like really mechanically, so it's just really odd.
Yeah, everything's like very precise. You know,
Yeah.
only moves in like the cardinal directions or whatever.
I can't wait for your whip to save this whole game.
Yeah, whipped comes out. It's like yeah,
Just-
whip the whole time.
And just singing in the monotone voice the theme song.
Da, da,
Pa,
da,
pa,
da.
pa, pa. Pa, pa,
Da,
pa.
da, 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 da.
All right. But you are now in, you have access to the ship. It is not a very big one. Like I said, it was kind of cargo. So it looks like there's maybe, a ship this size would have a couple of like sleeper cabins, the main deck, and then just like a big kind of open cargo area. And it seems that you are kind of in this walkway. You're more in the belly of the ship.
It seems like the ship is all powered down, right? There's nobody here, right? Coming to talk to us or anything
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah. No one came and welcomed you in.
Right.
You just have the the emergency lights, and that's pretty much it.
All right.
Look, if anybody knows their way around a ship, it's old Bird's Eye.
Yeah.
And I can guarantee you there's a smuggler's cache in here somewhere with a ton of space weed.
All right. Well, that does it then. Bird's Eye, Atos, you two are on. Get to the bridge and find that space weed. Becker, you and I are gonna go check out engineering. And I'm gonna look around real quick. Are there any signs about which direction everything is at?
Let's find out.
Yeah.
Oh, hey. Yeah, there's a sign.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. I'd roll a 5 or a 6 in my head, and I got a 5.
All right.
So,
good.
yeah, you're like, yeah, and you try to like look real cool, and you see up there's like a sign that's like points to the left, and it says bridge, and then points to the right and says engineering.
Sweet. So yeah, I'll just I'll point people where to go, as if nobody else is seeing the sign. It's like the bridge is always that way, and engineering is always this way.
As we start walking, I'm like, how did you know where to go? Are you familiar with this kind of ship?
Oh well, you've been in space enough. You learn the telltale signs to look for.
Oh, I'll have to take notes.
Are you saying this within?
Notepad out.
Does Atos hear you having this conversation?
Yeah,
Or
we're
do you
probably
just-
walking away having that conversation.
Okay.
Yeah, Bird's Eye's like, come on, Atos, I think I can smell it. So, just head towards the bridge.
All right. Well, we'll go that way first. We'll go to the bridge first. You two start kind of walking. It's like I said, not a very big ship. You go a little ways. You can see there's probably 1, 2, 3, 4, 2 doors on either sides that are just like sleeper cabins. They're kind of open as you get a good kind of glimpse as you walk by. No one in them. And you get up to the bridge. The doors open. Everything's kind of cold, stasis, empty. What are y'all doing when you get up to this bridge?
Atos is going to look for like a data port to like read all the metadata of like what happened with the ship and kind of stuff like that. Or
Okay.
look for that at least. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm trying to sniff out some space weed.
All right.
Or at least like those like smugglers' lockers that are always like under floor panels and stuff.
Right.
And
Yeah.
that kind of thing.
Yeah, where like the panel says like danger, like live wire. You're like, that's definitely where you gotta go.
And it's
Behind the light
completely it is not systematic in any way. Like Birdseye's just kind of like walking around and like sometimes he'll stop, like jump on a floor panel. Just keep going, see if it sounds hollow.
Give a wall a bit of a bang.
Yeah, give it like a do.
Perfect. So let's have Birdseye do a feelings.
Sweet.
Look, you've already explained you're pretty pro at this.
Super pro.
I think you're prepared.
Space
You heard cargo ship, you're like space weed. You were thinking about it the whole time.
Look, space weed minimum. It only goes up from there. Like, it can only get better. Whatever it is, I could probably huff it. Like,
it's like that.
You got to get into bullet time for the piloting. So all the random shit you find on ships really helps.
Yeah,
I like the way you're playing this game. It's like you're prepping with all these little things about your character, knowing that you're gonna do this role in 45 minutes from now. It says that the players only have one goal, but I've got a second goal. And that's the feelings for at least 95% of my roles tonight.
Hell yeah. So yeah, you were prepared. You're definitely an expert.
Sweet.
Sorry, guys.
So we're going over a 2. Right? Is that my number's 2? Yeah. So I got a 2 and then 2 6s.
Hell yeah. So you are walking around, you're hopping on panels, you're hitting things, you're like moving some switches to see if they like do anything else in the room. Like
there's like a random sconce. There's a random sconce on the wall. You're like, oh, that's fucking weird.
just snap it off. Just snap it off.
You're like,
me and Sloan are walking down a hallway, like 200 feet away, and the lights keep going on.
Space Ghost.
Space Ghost.
Space is haunted.
But yeah, and then you kind of go to this one little section and you hit the wall and everything else has been like little dum dum. You hear a ding and you're like, what is that? And you see there's just like
Bingo.
a really tiny hole in the wall, the button that you push and it kind of releases a little mechanism and this thing opens up and there are a couple of boxes of things. You got some more space glue, it's just chilling in there. You have a stun gun or blaster or whatever setting you choose to put it on. And then there is like an old tin of old crackers or something, and you smell it and you're like, I know what's in that cracker tin.
You can put it in the tin, but you can't hide that smell.
It's not grandma's sewing supplies.
No, it's not the sewing supplies. Yeah.
And then you did get a 2, right?
Yeah, I did.
What's on your mind as you're digging through the stuff here?
I think Birdseye has this like feeling like, wait a minute, it's all a little too perfect. What's going on here? This is too good of a day. So yeah, I think the question is, what's really going on here? Because there's something. It can't just be all, space weed and huffing glue. Like it's got to be. There's got to be something else.
It's a huffing can because like the nozzle's been augmented to like just let out like the right dosage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you look around. And as old and weird as the outside of the ship looked, this area looks like it's not like really covered in a lot of dust. Like it's grimy, it's dirty, but it definitely looks a little more used recently. And also, I mean, to each their own, but like this is like some really good weed for just some guy that like runs a cargo ship. Like, that's interesting. Like, why is it? It's a little fresh too for this old thing. Like, you're like, that's still got some life in it.
You can smell the terpenes.
Yeah, you're kind of getting this feeling while Atos, you are looking to try and find some sort of data and information to kind of get into, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. I would say definitely a lasers as you go up to kind of the main control panel of this bridge.
Mhm.
Yeah, I would say you probably definitely an expert. You know, you're an explorer in space. It's probably a lot of getting on ships. Plus, you're an android. You literally speak the computer's language.
I understand it better.
Yeah, and you're definitely not rushed by any means. So go ahead and roll all 3.
Okay.
And you want to get under your
So I got
number.
a 6, a 1, and a 5.
Guys, why are we even playing this game? Y'all just asked me what's going on. All right. So yeah, you kind of get in there and you start messing with it and everything's off. And you're like, And you kind of look and there's like every bridge we'll say has some sort of little generator that can at least run the computer systems there in case something bad goes on. And you see it and you kind of can hear it slow, like quietly whirring. And there's just like an extension cord that's not plugged in all the way. So you just kind of go over and you like plug it back in and the lights like turn back on in the bridge. And you start kind of tapping on the computer system and there's like honestly not a lot on here. It looks like the last real entry, captain's log was probably like 20 years ago. It's like this computer system's really not super used, though you do see throughout this like system that it's been like actively tracking like a course, like it'll put in coordinates and it's been going places. There's just no actual captain's log or records that they're keeping. With looking at that and you rolled your number, is there anything in particular you want to know?
Yeah. Is this like a typical situation? Like, is this something that like space pirates do a lot, or is this a usual thing of like, oh, this distress beacon is sounding from this ship, and this, is set up for an attack? Like, is this a typical scenario, or some sort of entity or something?
Yeah. So now that y'all are in here and you're getting a good look at the place, it's definitely fishy. So yes, it was a automated distress signal. It wasn't like no one actively went in and made it happen. But in these older ships, as soon as like the power went down, it sent out a signal. So someone could easily just like turned off the power, had the signal, and they're laying in wait. And actually, you can't smell, seeing all the newer stuff kind of put around and everything, you're getting a little worried.
Interesting. So Atos would like kind of probably stick his fingers in the data port and then like receive all this data and his eyes light up, and then just with his eyes lit up, like will like quick turn to look at Birdseye and go, I think there is something weird with this ship.
Ditto, middleman.
And then headed towards engineering, we have Sloan and Becker Southpaw.
Yeah, I would like to ask, actually, before we start this next scene, could we take a little break? Is now a good time for us to take a break?
Yeah.
Okay. So, folks, we're going to take like a 10-minute break. Does that work for everybody?
Yeah,
okay.
That works
Good with me.
Cool. So, yeah, folks, we're going to take a 10-minute break. We are going to come back and find out what's going on on the way to engineering or in engineering once we get there, and see if these. This really feels like we're a group of like space sluts, which is great. See what we get up to next.
I mean, logs in a tin can together.
That's right.
Years and years and
Only
years.
so much you can do.
Yeah,
It's
it's pretty basic.
that's the name of our strike team.
Yeah.
Space sluts.
All right, folks. We will be back in 10 minutes or so. So 47 minutes past the hour, wherever time zone you're in, and yeah, we'll see y'all soon. back. Hey, everybody.
I have your timing down. We're on the same brainwave.
You got the seconds. You know what it is.
Yeah, I got
counted
there.
way too fast. I counted way too fast.
1, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10. Yeah, what it is. I have all these things I gotta click. Right, I gotta unmute us. I gotta get everything set. So it's a guesstimate. How quick am I able to click all this stuff?
It's a lot of clicks.
That's so many clicks. Okay, so we're back at Lasers and Feelings. Thank you,
Mostly
Taylor.
feelings, some lasers.
We have a tiny bit of lasers and a lot of feelings. Not all these feelings are healthy, but they're present.
I don't think.
And are they fun?
I don't think I've yet reached like the depths of like the narrative, like twisting. I'm willing to do to roll feelings, so we can get there.
I cannot wait. Taylor, we gotta.
I'll find a way.
We gotta.
I'll find a way.
We gotta see
find
where
it.
he goes.
But we'll find out because currently the party is split. And
I'm sorry. This is like my favorite thing to do as a player. I'm so sorry.
David loves to bully when he plays games.
I'm so sorry. I was like, oh, it's a spaceship. You always have to take the bridge and engineering. You've got to split. I'm sorry.
Hey, it's fine. There's only 4 of y'all. Easy.
Like I can light up while you're busy. It's so good.
Yeah, he's set. But we are with Sloan and Becker Southpaw as they are heading to engineering. It was just a nice little turn, and it looks like this hallway kind of dead ends into what is the engineering area. There is also a little doorway that goes down to some stairs, and hey, there's a big sign above it that just says cargo.
Oh,
easy.
All right. Well, good to know. We'll be visiting that once we figure out what's going on in the engine room. Becker, all these lights keep going on and off. Have you ever seen that before? I guess you haven't. This might be your first voyage, isn't it?
First dead ship, sir.
All right. Well, this is all totally normal. Let's go ahead and open this door then.
Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
So
an old radio with my super fancy phone thing to the other two, and it's like, we made it to engineering. We're gonna open this door in just a second. The lights in the ship keep going on and off. I don't know if you're seeing the same where you are, but keep alert.
Yeah, you hear like this like prolonged pause of static, and you hear like, oh yeah, that's weird. I'll keep an eye on that.
Yeah.
Bird's eye is getting high.
Hey, Birdseye, just
with the birds.
Birdseye, just make sure there's some left for everyone else. All right, gotta share with the class.
Northern Space Lights. Oh, be on the lookout. This stuff's way too nice.
All right.
Had to do a little actual information.
Yeah. Had to do a little sample test just to make sure.
All right, well, ride with Valkyries, whatever you got to do. All right, let's. We're gonna get this door open into engineering and see what's what.
Okay, so yeah, you turn. We'll say it's like one of those, like, it's got an extra. It can airlock as well, just in case anything. Safety.
Yeah.
And you get in there, and this room's a little more lit up. It seems like there's more generators, more things to keep just the distress beacon, the emergency stuff, just the stuff on, and then obviously keeping everything pressurized. So there's a little more of a hum. What exactly are y'all doing once you come in here? What you looking for?
Yeah, so Sloan is he's gonna say Becker, just kind of poke around, see if you can see anything. I want to see if we're alone in here, and I'm gonna see if I can't get this engine on, and I'm gonna go over to the control panel and see if I can't figure out how to power up the ship.
I say, yes, sir. I've seen this one before. And he's referring to like a training video.
Yes.
about tracking and searching for signs of life.
Yes, perfect.
So that's what he's doing.
All right. I would say then both of y'all, it would probably be more on the laser side, don't you think?
Yeah, totally.
Being more technical, unless you have an argument.
No, I'm down for it.
No.
I think lasers is fun.
I don't, but I do think I've seen that video hundreds of times.
Yeah, I'll give you prepared.
Okay.
I would. You're as much of an expert as you can be, not having real life experience.
I'm like a Reddit expert. Yeah.
Yes.
Welcome to Space Voyage Basics.
You could forum warrior and debate with the best of them on how to clear a room.
As Becker's like
Space Wiki House.
Yeah. As Becker's walking around, Sloan, you just hear him like talking kind of under his breath, and it's the like script from the training video.
Yes, he seems pretty methodical.
Lesson 1.
Yeah. Lesson 1.
Okay.
Lesson 1.
Check corners. Okay.
Is your vac suit secure?
Yeah.
Really going real basic here.
Yeah.
What do you think, Sloan, for you? What would be your expertise, your preparedness?
I think that Sloan probably it's an engineer, but he's been on a couple of ships. He's probably not his first salvage operation, so he knows like how to not blow us up, right?
Okay.
So
the what not to hit.
Yeah, he might not know the full check sequence and everything to get it up and running cleanly, but he knows that like the eject core button is not the one he wants to press right now. So
perfect. Yeah, avoid the big red one.
Yeah.
Maybe turn the key.
Right.
Did you give me 2 or 3?
I'll give you 3. Like I said, you're your Reddit expert, so you're prepared for sure.
Awesome. Awesome. Am I on 2 or 1?
So I would not give you expert, but I would say you're prepared enough to not hit the wrong button.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah.
4, a 5, and a 6. My number's a 2.
Dang. And you were doing were doing lasers.
Yeah.
That's right.
Dang. Okay, cool. I rolled a 4 and a 1. My number is 3, so I barely eke it out.
Yeah, you got 1. Okay, so you, Sloan, start kind of flipping dials. You're like, okay, I know usually you have to unlock this one and you have to turn these 2 keys at the same time. And you're like, oh shit, but what's the next button? Like, you're very much like muscle memory and you're like, I don't know. And so you just wing it and kind of push one.
Yes.
And you're like, this one. And then nothing happens. And you're like, no, it's this one. And then the lights come on.
Oh, yes.
And you're like, yes. But when you hit that other one, Becker Southpaw is kind of like walking around and he's very in his head on the training. And he's like, okay, I think I have to like look for something. And he's walking and not paying attention that he's like really close to kind of some of the mechanical pieces, and when you pushed a button it released like a little grate and Becker just falls through.
Do I notice that, or am I like too locked in on my stuff?
I would say you notice like you hit that and then you get the lights on, you're like, yeah, where'd he go? And then you just see the like thing just kind of flapping wide open.
Oh no, the fuel receiving button, that was for like receiving into the room, not into the engine. Oh my god. Okay, I'm gonna radio to the group. We may have lost Becker.
Athos would come over the radio and go, he's most likely dead. We should keep moving.
Becker, you're hearing all of this, and you're like muffled,
Becker,
and
alive.
You can't see.
You're alive.
Wait, and then you hear him over the phone.
Yeah. You're alive.
What's up,
Where did
you
go?
good?
Yeah.
You take a righty there, lefty?
I took a southpaw, unfortunately. Straight down.
I may have had something to
Well,
do
that's
with
not
that.
the way.
In trying to turn on the engine, I hit the most attractive button, which wasn't the right button to press, unfortunately. Are you okay, Southpaw?
From what I can tell,
You had a pretty squishy landing, surprisingly. It wasn't hard.
yeah, I seem to have landed on the bag. I think maybe the ho-hos are ruined.
The bag. I'm gonna walk over and look down in that hole where Becker is.
You walk over and you look down and look, everything on the ship is labeled. They made it really easy for you. You know, this was probably in like the heyday of like building new ships, so they're very
I'm
user
shining my
friendly.
phone down there so I can see.
So you shine and you start to shine your phone and it reflects on that sign and you're like, huh. And it just says trash compactor.
Oh. Hey, Becker. Let me.
And the walls, you can see them start to push. And you're
I've
just
seen
in
this
there
one too.
on trash bags.
Yeah. Becker, feed me the space rope.
All right. I tie on a like the crowbar. I tie the rope on it and throw the crowbar up.
Yeah, I'll try.
Okay.
I'm gonna watch it on its way up, and then just like dive on it and like hold on as strong as I can. Because like I kind of put him in this mess, and I gotta get him out.
In this literal mess down here.
Yeah.
All right.
Exactly.
So we'll say, obviously, adrenaline is pumping. You're feeling a little guilty. You're feeling a little like you're about to die. As these walls are just inching closer and closer and the bags are smushing up on you. I would if either of y'all want to roll or if you want to like give a help, however you're kind of feeling.
Yeah, I'm fine.
Because it could be you're pulling and he's rolling
I think
up.
we should do our own.
You do your own?
Well, I was gonna
do.
help you because I think that you're gonna be scrambling out of here, and I'm gonna be like hoisting you up as a helper.
Okay.
So I would say for sure 2, not prepared at all to do this. Do you have any reason? Yeah, well, you might be an
expert at climbing as the soldier.
I would like to say yes.
All right.
He is, doing his push-ups, sit-ups, burpees every single day.
Yeah, and Sloan
you got to climb up that rope in gym.
Right.
Randomly jumping off walls.
For being the
no
ship's
reason.
like sexy guy, he's got to be strong. So he's like able to like help hoist you up effectively and all that kind of stuff.
Okay. Yeah, I'll buy it.
3.
I got 3. You're doing a feeling, so you got to roll over a 2.
4, 4, 1.
Awesome. You succeed. You are able, you start climbing up with that pack and everything on you. You're just, like I said, adrenaline pumping, rushing. But at the same time, Sloan is like holding on and just kind of like slowly turning to help pull the rope. So you're kind of making double time. And you get up to the edge just as the entrance that you fell through is now just solid metal as the compactor is smushed together. And then it's starting to move out again.
I'm take the pack off and check, methodically trying to see if we lost anything.
All of the little
basically
Debbies
emptying it all back up.
Yeah. Every little Debbie is smushed all to hell.
Have all the little Debbies been smushed together into one just ginormous Deborah?
I was going to say Big Deb or something. I'm opening a...
I love the Big Deborah memes because people do the Photoshop on the box.
So Sloan's gonna radio to the crew. Got Becker back, but all the little Debbies didn't make it.
Is he dead?
No, he looks alive to me.
Correction. He's not dead.
Okay, I'm still here, and I'm licking the inside packaging of a cosmic brownie.
Just the mushed brownie.
Yeah,
Like,
the mushed like chocolate pieces.
Are you just like scooping your hand in there and just like
Just a handful of crushed
best
ding
I can.
dongs.
I'm trying to separate the plastic bits from the food bits.
Oh no.
yeah, I'm sure there was some weird pressurizing thing with Little Debbie's in space and then back into gravity that all of the seals have broken. And so, yeah, it's just everything is smushed and just plastic and pastry everywhere.
perfect.
The fact that your rations are Little Debbie's kills me for some reason. Um,
Well, it's because
but
we're
yeah.
always looking for a space weed. So like, there's only
Look, it's all about the caloric efficiency. And like the only other option is like the nutrient block, and nobody wants to eat the nutrient block.
Yeah,
You got people starving themselves and like wasting away because they don't want to eat the nutrient block.
Yeah,
So they just gave us junk food.
I
the
can't
last time
carry
you
my
saw
tub of
Captain,
whey protein, so
Yeah.
it's too big, bulky.
the last time you saw Captain Darcy, he was chewing on one of those things, and so everyone just assumes that's what's wrong with him.
I mean, it was either that or something else.
Or just something else. But yeah, you get the radio, and then you see that the lights and everything come on, and like the shutters on the bridge have like opened up, and it looks like the ship is back on.
Oh, all right, that's exciting. Well, if you'll, what is it? I'm so sorry. Birdseye and Atos, why don't you meet us back towards engineering? There's some ladders down into the cargo bay.
Sweet. Saw you get back.
So yeah, Sloan is gonna kind of like look around and be kind of proud of himself getting this whole thing turned on, and I'm gonna go over to the console and see if I can't like lock it or something so that only Sloan can get access to it.
Yeah, do a lasers.
Okay, I'll do a laser.
You know, see if you can either figure out how to kind of jam it in a certain way, or
Yeah,
you know, hacking wise.
yeah. 1d6, 2d6. I don't feel like I'm an expert at this. I think that, or maybe I'm like, I feel like I might be prepared at this, but I don't know if I'm an expert at this kind of stuff.
Yeah, I'll give you 2. Yeah, and say, you know, you have an idea of,
Yeah.
if
Oh,
anything, at least break it enough that no one else can
yeah.
use it.
So with lasers, you're supposed to roll under, right?
Yes.
Okay, cool. I did not do that. I got a 6 and a 4.
Okay. Yeah, you go over and there's kind of like those 2 little keys that you had to turn. And so you try to kind of like jam one a little bit to where maybe like someone would think it was broken and not mess with it too much. But then you like actually break it.
Oh god.
And it's just like the key is just jammed down into it and the whole top part has broken off. And you're just
Yeah.
like, oh.
I'm just gonna pocket that.
It's still on.
Sure, just running. It's never gonna
But-
stop running.
Yeah. I should jammed in there good. And y'all all meet at the cargo stairs.
On the walk back, I'm just like, Captain Sloan, sir, thank you. You saved my life back there.
Hey, yeah. Well, we all have to look out for each other, and that was a tough moment, but you pulled through just fine. So we're gonna go far.
Well, you already had my vote, but if you'd like any other work done that may be not so savory in order to get you the job.
Yeah.
Amen.
How good are you at forging signatures? As we start walking towards the stairs.
I have plenty of friends on the ship. I can just learn theirs.
There you go.
When they all group together, can Atos do like a med scan of all of them and just kind of log what each of them are, like panicked or high or broken bones?
Yes.
Yes, 100%. Do a lasers for me. Since you're doing a med scan, I'll say it's a little more technical than a insight, you know.
Yeah.
Bird's Eye just kind of like, you just make sure that doesn't get to the CO, okay?
Yeah.
And we'll be fine.
Don't put that in any reports that are official.
Prepared. It's just like I kind of see it as like who am I going into this with, and like how am I kind of continue to read them.
Right.
Yeah, we'll give it to you.
All right. I got a 1 and a 5.
Lasers under. You got 1. I was like, "Where's your number?"
Well, and
no,
his
no,
number's
you got
5.
both because your
Yeah.
number's 5.
I got both. Yeah.
I was looking at the wrong one. Yeah, you kind of you get a good scan. I mean, Bird's Eye. I'm assuming high, but what other kind of
What
endorphins are you
kind
giving
of-
off? He's reading.
Post-coital.
You're just like next.
But then the post kind of glitches a little bit. It takes over to pre-coital.
Sloan has that effect. I get it.
It's just I feel like it's just like a electromagnetic field that just emanates from this from like the Sloan and Bird's Eyes of the crew just emanates.
Yeah, then it clicks over to Sloan. Sloan, how are you feeling?
Yeah, Sloan is oh man, what is that feeling like post adrenaline dump? You've got that like relief and exhaustion, right? And so Sloan is like currently feeling a little bit of that, and probably has like some new like abrasions on his arms from helping lift not Bird's Eye, my apologies, Becker out of the trash heap. Yeah, so you probably notice like some new cuts and stuff like that on his arm. You know, more scars, more stories. Really, is what that all is.
Hell yeah! And then over to Becker.
A lot of shame, but like a newfound purpose on top of just looking for a fight. He's still, that's still one of his main goals, but he feels like he has to make it up.
Cool.
I like it. It's like that. It's like that.
Sloan totally put him into that position too.
You don't
Shouldn't have
know.
fallen in that hole. That's what I'm saying to myself.
Yeah.
How did I not see that? I thought I had my light on and everything.
Yeah.
What happened? Like it just
aiming
opened
up,
right under
not
me.
down.
Yeah.
And then you rolled your number. So is there anything that your laser feelings are want to hone in on?
What's going to be the most pertinent to write up in a report to Big Corp?
Oh, that'd be good. Okay. I think you might find it interesting that the same day that you got these big void crystals that were so hush hush but really cool and really important and we got to get them, some random ship just shows up nearby. And it's a fishy ship too. So it looks like maybe more than just maybe Big Corp, maybe the captain, one of these crystals.
Okay. I don't think Atos will say anything about the void crystals yet, because the Big Corp may be in trouble, and that can never be the case.
There you go. The Big Corp. All right, y'all just headed down.
Yeah.
All right. What's our marching order? Who's doing what? As y'all kind of.
I think Sloan is gonna ask Becker to go front, because Becker's a hard charger and has been wanting that, and so Sloan's gonna be like, "All right, Becker, you lead us down there, and Atos continue your report writing, whatever it is you're doing." Me and Bird's Eye will take the middle.
Yeah. I think Bird's Eye will kind of kind of walk up to Sloan, give him a little salute, and then go climb down the ladder. When he gets down to the bottom, looks over at Becker, and he kind of like says, "Anaerobic exercise, very important." And then just huge cloud. Been holding that one since we left the bridge.
Yep. I'm holding my breath, trying to wait for it to pass.
You don't want to impact.
That's the
combat,
spirit.
right?
I can't
That's the spirit.
impair my senses right now. I have to be spot on.
Look, you just gotta feel it. You just gotta feel it.
Oh my god.
He's working real hard for those setups. I love it. Y'all get down here and you kind of look around. The lights are all on now. And you see that this cargo bay is pretty empty. There's not a lot going on in here. It looks like some general kind of machinery, that would normally be in a cargo bay to repair things. But then on one wall, you see 6 cryo tanks. And one of them is open. And there's a woman sitting up in it, like kind of like rubbing her temples. And it looks like you can kind of see like the cool like air coming out, like it just opened up.
I'm doing hand signals like crazy. Whether y'all can understand them, that's for y'all. But I know point no talk.
Yeah, Sloan is gonna confidently walk towards this woman as envoy. It's like, hey, this is time to make first contact.
Birdseye's a little caught up in the hand signs.
I do. That's the last sign I do, and I kind of go over there and half aim my weapon at the pod. Not straight at, but at the ground in front of me.
Birdseye stares where Becker was for like at least 2 seconds after he left.
And then has that like, whoa, where'd he go moment.
All right.
What did you say was opposite of the 6 pods?
There's just some kind of machinery in there, from to kind of repair the ship, or if you bring something in, maybe some like tie downs and locks, like kind of some general things you would find in a cargo hold that are the machinery of the ship.
Okay.
But yeah, so you're walking up, Slim.
Yeah, and Sloan is kind of getting into his envoy mode. He's making sure that he's walking softly, that he's got he probably clears his throat so that she knows she's not alone, but not in a not in a like a, I don't know, not in like an overly assertive or aggressive way, just like and I'll stay well away, right? Like she starts off with a big personal bubble, right? And coming out of the cryo tanks, are people like naked, or are they in some sort of like cryo like vesture?
Yeah, it's like a full kind of long sleeve onesie of sorts, but it's like real
Space
sci-fi,
onesie.
like very very shiny and like skin tight with like little
Pods
weird symbols and
hexagon patterns.
Hexagon patterns, yeah, like just super
little trode connector thingies and all that.
Yeah.
Stuff. Yeah. Okay. Cool.
Yeah. Like she's in the process of like ripping out some like cords from her back to the pod, like in the suit.
Yeah. Excellent. Well, then I'll give it a beat, and then I'll say, hello. We have found ourselves aboard your ship. I am acting Captain Sloan of the Raptor. You may feel some cryo sickness, but I want you to know that you are safe.
She's kind of like rubbing her head. She's like ripped off the things and she's blinking, like really adjusting to the environment. She just kind of looks at her. She's like, "You said you're not captain of this ship. Who
No, I'm acting captain of the Raptor, which is a ship very near to yours. We found this as a ship in distress, and we're exploring to find out what is going on, and came across you as you were waking up from your cryo sleep.
Yeah, uh, I'm sorry, my brain is just like really foggy. I don't. Where's Johansson? He's our captain. Is
Oh, Johansson. I'm gonna look at these other pods real quick. Is there any
Mhm.
name plates on any of them or anything like that?
Yeah, so you kind of scan these, and there's like some random nameplates.
NPC speak
Names I'm not going to
nameplater.
think of. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. And there is one that says, I say Johansson. I already forgot the one name I did make.
Yep.
Wow,
Yeah.
Johansson. And it is empty. And then you kind of look. There's 6 total, and she's out of 1. And there are 2 others that have people in them, and the others are empty.
Okay. It looks like Captain Johansson and 2 others are not in their pods. What is the name of the ship, and what is your name?
I mean, my name is
And,
Connor.
and while Connor is kind of going through that spiel, I'm gonna look at Becker and do like a little hand signal of like, look around for 3 people, kind of thing,
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
and go back to her.
Okay. Yeah, and she's just kind of like, oh, yeah, Connor, and I was a part of the engineering team, and we just got this old junker, and we're headed off to like the nebula system, and it was a long trip. So, what? Where am I? And like she says, the nebula system. She is like opposite end of the universe of where
Oh
she
wow,
should be, like
cool.
from the nebula
Yeah.
system.
So Sloan said, "Well, you're still a ways out from that system. What year did you say you went into cryo?"
Uh, like 2020. I heard it was going to be a great year. I was really sad that I had to leave.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
that's interesting.
Hmm.
And has it been a long time? Has she been in cryo for a super long time, or like
Yeah,
last
like
year?
no, she says I mean it's been like 5 or 6 years.
Okay.
But it's possible she could still just but like it's y'all are in a weird spot for this to be just like on her way to there. It's kind of like the edges of the explored,
Got it.
you know.
Got it. Well, let's see. Well, you're pretty far off course, and you may have been drifting for a couple of years. It's 2025 now.
Oh.
You say you're on the engineering team. Um, what what were y'all heading out to the Galapagos system for, or whatever that's how
Nebula.
Nebula?
Yeah, the Galapagos system. We were headed there. Uh, and she's just like shaking her head. She's like, they were building like a new kind of station, and we were just taking kind of this old junker and gonna repurpose it and try and start a fleet out there.
Hmm.
Uh, I feel like I should. I feel like I need to wake everyone else up.
Well, I'm gonna look to Birdseye and Atos. You guys ever see anything from Captain Johansson in the bridge?
Can I?
Princess is gonna look over at Atos. Like,
I don't even remember
Did
my own name right now.
when I was going through the data, did I come across a captain's log of a Johansson or anything like that?
Actually, yeah, because if Francie went to the captain's log, the one from like 20 years ago was
Oh God.
not the one from like her time.
Huh. But it wasn't Johansson. It was just 20 years before that.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then so Atos will look back at Birdseye and then just do a shake of the head and no.
Okay.
Oh, actually, I think the air in here, just 5 years of floating is pretty stale. Is there like somewhere else we could go and maybe wake them up. It's really. Are y'all getting lightheaded in here? I really feel like we should maybe
Well,
move.
we can move. Yeah. Let's keep everybody nice and stable where they are, though. We need to
Just one
find
second,
your
sir.
captain.
And I'm looking around.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I want to do my. I'm gonna try and channel my inner bird's eye and just kind of do it randomly, checking and do things.
You gotta feel it.
Yeah,
You gotta feel it.
just like rapid movements and like flinging stuff off of like a table or something.
It's like when you do like eeny, meeny, miny, mo, but you just kind of go like.
You grab a charm and go ha.
I take my phone out and I turn it to thermals.
Yeah,
And I'm just like doing.
Yeah, we need to find Captain Johansson and the other two for sure.
All right. Yeah, so go ahead. I'll let you feel it. I don't know. Are you prepared? I feel like, this is maybe tapping into something new.
I mean, he is kind of a feelings kind of guy, but he's watched so many of these how-to videos. It's I don't know. I'm thinking definitely not expert.
While he's doing that,
I mean-
I would like Sloane to start pumping her for information
Okay.
as well. I try and do a little debrief. See what I can get out of her.
Okay.
While
I can't tell that he's prepared.
Okay. Yeah. Just one
while
straight
Becker's walking around doing this, he's like first he thinks maybe it's in his head. It's like, just feel it. Then he turns around and Bird's Eye's like right there on his shoulder. Just like, feel it, man. You can do it. Fuck. just gotta feel it.
He almost fires off a shot.
Yeah.
Another big exhale, and as he goes away, just like
Kick off the little grav boots and just float.
Yes.
Okay, I rolled a 3.
Okay, nice. So you are kind of flailing around, and Bird's Eye gets right up in your ear, and you're like, "Oh God!" And kind of like turn real quick, and then when you do, you catch something out of the corner of your eye. And you're like, "Huh?" And you look up, and one of the it looks like maybe the sleeper car or not sleeper cars, it's not a train, bay areas kind of has an overlook down, or maybe it's a storage, something up from that hallway, and you see what looks like someone run out of the room. It's like a little shadow.
Got another body. After all of my hand movements, I just say. Restrained myself greatly, not shooting through the window.
Can Atta, somehow understanding this new hand language, actually switch to real thermals and see if he sees any kind of heat signatures up there?
Yeah, I'll say that because y'all have your communicators that have translators. You've even learned like human sign languages, and then also just being around this kid, you're like, I'm starting to kind of understand the patterns, very analytical android brain. So you flip on your thermals. Go ahead and do a lasers. I keep on saying logic. I'm like,
yeah.
I mean it is, but with your tech as you kind of try and follow the general area he's going. I'll give you a 2 on it.
Okay.
Because you're still learning to interpret.
I have to roll under a 5, correct?
Yep.
Yes.
2 and a 1, so 2 successes.
Nice. Yeah, you click on your thermals and you look up, and there's a lot of metal. It's a little hard to get a good reading, but there is that kind of open walkway area that y'all came down, like where the ladder stairs area was, that you can kind of get a little peek as you see a little whoop, and then a second whoop, and they're going towards the airlock.
Who's closest to me?
Oh, doggy.
Oh, Miko. I don't know. Maybe in Bird's Eye, would you have kind of like flown
Made your way
back?
back around.
Yeah.
Flown back,
Drifted over
levitated,
here.
Appear in smoke.
meandered.
So Atos would probably turn to whoever's closest to him, Bird's Eye in this case, and go, it seems like 2 people are moving towards the airlock.
Oh shit. Oh yeah. Just kind of like
2 people,
like,
not us.
tries to head there fairly quickly, doing some like parkour.
Parkour. Okay.
Like no time for the ladder, and it's like jumping off cryo tanks and stuff, trying to get up on the overhang.
Beautiful. We'll be back to that. Sloan, you were pushing for information while all of this is going on. Are you still gonna? What would you like to do?
Yeah, I think while they're handling the security threat, Sloan is going to build that rapport. Make sure that when appropriate, flex the pecs kind of thing, and just try and become an advocate. What is it? A confidant for her. On some level, and get a better sense of like, what is Captain Johansson like? What is the rest of her crew like? What do they really do? Kind of thing.
Okay. Yeah. Let's see. Do you want to just kind of like do kind of a roll and kind of maybe get her feelings on answers, or just like she's just kind of, or trying to convince her that you are kind of a confidant?
Yeah, I definitely want to establish that rapport so that she feels like she can share information with Sloan, right?
Okay.
And that I want to, if I'm successful, I'd like to understand like, what is her crew like? What is their like true mission? That kind of stuff. Because I feel like she has not shared a lot with me yet, and I need to get that information quick.
Okay. Yeah. So go ahead, do a feelings for me.
Okay.
You're definitely, I would say, prepared and expert as your role on this ship.
Perfect.
To kind of smooth it over, see what she'll say.
Awesome. And I need to get under for feelings, is that right?
Over for feelings.
Over for feelings. Oh, that's awesome. Because I rolled a 6, a 5, and a 3. So perfect. 3 successes and the little like feely thingy.
Okay, yeah, I'll say since you got the laser feelings, what is one thing you for sure want to laser in on?
I really want to laser in on because Sloan is tangentially aware that there's some stuff going on, right? And I think that I really need to get a sense of, are we in danger because Captain Johansson and 2 other people are out?
Okay.
So like, yeah, that's really Sloan's first and like top of mind question, and all of the conversation he has with her is gearing towards but what is Johansson like when he finds that there's people on his ship, kind of thing.
Okay. So yeah, you're needling her for questions, and she's just like stumbling a bunch and like rubbing her head and is like in this fog. And you start to see that like she's kind of talking in circles to you.
Oh yeah. Okay.
She's kind of talking in circles.
Sure.
And a lot of it is trying to lead on just like, I just want to get off the ship for a little bit. Like, it feels weird in here. Maybe you should take me to your ship. Like, that would be crazy, right?
It would be crazy if you took me to your ship. That'd be good.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
And then like anything personal on Captain Johansson, she has like no answers for.
Got it. Yeah. Very much like game recognizing game. It's like, okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. Why don't you go ahead and come with me?
And are you sure I should leave them here? It seems like there's someone on our ship. I don't want anything bad to happen to my friends here.
Yeah, we were looking at the readings. Those are all nominal. I think that they're safer in the tanks.
If that's what you think, you seem like such the expert.
Flex, of course.
Yeah, I'm feeling a little faint. I think we should just hurry on. She kind of like leans on you, like she needs help out of the ship.
Sloan is going to slow play and let these three leave this room in pursuit ahead of him, right? And so he'll kind of like hold her back a little bit.
Okay.
We'll take care of it, sir.
Yep.
All right. So, bird's eye. You parkouring up the side of this cargo bay.
Yeah.
You know, that's doing something passionately, you know?
Yeah, it's wild, passionate action.
It's pretty wild, passionate action.
Plus, he's just, he's really in his body right now.
Yeah. He's just like really in touch
feeling it out
with himself and his place in the universe currently.
Yeah.
Like, you got it, bird's eye. I'm like yelling from down below, but also there for catching purposes.
Right.
Cheerleader, like leg up. So yeah, I'll say you were definitely in the feelings. I would say you're prepared. You're feeling yourself.
Sure, that's right.
Is this something you'd be an expert at?
I'm better with, that 3-prong control pad.
Yeah.
Doing things analog is a little strange.
Yeah. All right. So yeah, I'll give you the normal and then the prepared. Do you want? I guess we can call that a help action.
Yeah, if I get somebody to catch me when I fall.
Catch in or give you a little boost or something.
Yeah.
I was giving him a moral support.
You're getting cheers.
Yeah. Anthos is probably trying to figure out the trajectory to like find out, okay, he's gonna whiff it. I'm gonna have to
That's right.
I'm already carrying a 50-pound bag.
Yes.
Okay. So my number's 2. I got a 1, a 3, and a 4.
Perfect. You had to roll over, so that is 2 successes.
Yeah.
Yeah, you start running and you have this like moment. Your brain is somehow more clear than it's been in a long time. And you almost see, you're used to your controller and the view of your fighter pilot or seat and all of the lights. And it's almost like you see exactly where you need to step. And you just, and then Becker kind of like gives you one little boost there at the end. And you just barely roll over the top and land on your feet.
And Birdseye will call down and be like, now you're feeling it. Feeling it.
Yes, sir. I'm feeling it.
I'm gonna
One big quick time event for you.
Yeah, I'm gonna I'm gonna take off after those other folks now. Yeah.
Running from the boulder in Resi 4.
Triggers. Okay, so yeah, you hop up, you kind of run to that intersection, and you see 2 individuals in spacesuits shut the airlock. And they're in it as it's doing its thing.
Yeah. I kind of want to see if I can detach the little extendo bridge by Bonzi smacking the airlock controls.
Okay, so we're on the inside of their ship.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And they're on the airlock in between ships.
Yeah.
Yeah, they haven't got on.
They're not on the bridge yet.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna eject
they're
it.
in that
I'll try to
little-
just eject it.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Makes
All
no
right.
sense at all, but we're gonna do it.
Hey, it's an old ship. Maybe there's some weird bugs. Okay, so are you wanting to have it eject while they're in the airlock, or are you waiting till they're on it and releasing? What's the timing?
Yeah, I want them to I don't really want to give them a chance. I'd rather them turn around and come back in the ship than get on the bridge. So if I can catch them in an oopsie moment, then that's great. But if I can't, then just having them be that's the vacuum. I'm good. I'm good in here, I think, actually. Kind of deal. That'd be fine too.
All right. She jumps up in my lap. It scares me so bad. I
I
didn't
hit
know
the
she was
button to put my visor down, and I say, "Give me the word," and I'm pointing at the. I assume it's part glass door
Yeah.
or part something that I
Yeah,
can see
yeah.
through.
All right, so you're pointing, bird's eye. The Fonzie things works. Like you saw it in the TV show. It's gotta work. And there's some intuition popping off that bridge wasn't secure. It was held by space rope
And glue.
and glue. And there was oxygen shooting on it. And that rope don't last very long in oxygen. Maybe just a little jostle of the ship is just what it needs.
Oh,
And
yeah.
you're in your head and you're thinking and you're like, this is the one. Poof.
It's actually
been
just like
ready
the
for
little like parking adjustment kind of control thing,
Yeah.
where it's like move it a little bit to the left. It's basically just one of those.
Yeah.
I was thinking you could team viewer into your ship controls over there.
Yes.
And just drive it remotely.
You're like, just get. Hold on, I'm asking for control. Just give me control. And the person who's in your seat is like,
Do you have the code?
how do I do
Hey
that?
Hey Siri, move the ship a little bit. Hey Siri,
And some poor girl is sitting in your seat is like,
Scooch
stop.
it.
My name is Deborah.
Scooch it.
It's that one girl that like does everything for Sloan, like just runs in there and just like, why am I the only one that can push buttons around here? Get down.
Oh, man.
All right. You're feeling it. You've been prepared for this. This is the moment. You feel like you're on to something right now.
All right.
I don't know if you'd be an expert though.
I don't think so.
You tried once and it failed.
I'm a student of the funds.
Yeah.
Not an expert.
Yep.
If only
If
I could be that cool.
Fawn's initiate. Yeah.
yes.
You're
It's like
an ordained minister of the Fonz, Fonz faith.
Yeah, so that's 2 dice then.
Mm-hmm.
Sweet. That is a 1 and a 4, so 1 success.
All right. You crack your knuckles. You walk over there and you just give one poof right on the edge of the airlock, thinking it's just enough. And it was just enough to scare the shit out of one of the guys inside who jumped and fell. And just the combination of that quick movement, it hit that door just right that the rope just kind of slipped right off of its very quickly tied section. And there's a good gap creating. Just barely.
Birdseye looks over Becker and goes, "Hey."
Tiger just looks at you and then looks into the airlock and starts questioning his rope skill or his knot skills.
It's like, that's all it took.
Like I got some different training videos for you to watch.
Yeah, and you see now that it's like the ship's kind of starting to eke past and get out of the way, that you can see out that probably just having this bridge out in the middle of space between two things kind of near a planet just attached by a rope didn't do good things to the extendo bridge, and it's kind of broken on both ends.
Oh no.
It may be pretty difficult when y'all try to get back on.
Gonna be danger close.
That's how I need it.
It's gonna be danger far away. You're gonna have to go quite a ways.
No, I'll call up Deborah. And I'm not talking about the ration.
All right.
Good, because I don't think those will pick up.
He's just got like chocolate around his mouth.
Gurgle, gurgle.
All right. What are Sloan and Atos doing?
So
as you hear this commotion going on.
So Sloan is picking up the vibes that I'm about to get double crossed by this. I'm sorry, her name is Connor. So like while we're kind of walking towards the thing, I think Sloan's gonna stun her. I think he's gonna shoot first. I think he's gonna.
All right.
I think he's gonna obviously not kill her, but just remove.
You're the only one here with stun set.
I know. I'm the only one with a stun setting on my.
I'm 100% gonna roll a d6 to figure out if I'm on stun or not. If it comes to that,
I literally wrote a note. Roll for bird's eye shooting.
Yes. So yeah, I think that Sloan is not like he's strong and knows how to fight. So if it comes to that, he will like try and subdue her, but he just can't let her get too close to her other crew members. And so I think he's gonna stun her.
Do you think this is something more calculated, or is this more a passionate action?
Yeah, I think that Sloan is really torn up about this because like shooting somebody is not what he wanted to do. He didn't set out his day to shoot someone, so it's like a really like torturous moment. But it like he has to console himself that it's like they're not gonna die; they're just gonna be stunned, right? But like it still feels bad. So I think this is definitely a feely moment.
Yeah, you're like really struggling with those feelings. Okay,
kind of like tragic hero face and music on in the show, just like the.
Yeah, it's like in Star Trek
the weight of the world
when they have to do like the hard thing and they've been wrestling with it and it's like I've been telling you to be cool and you're not being cool and I'm pretty sure you're gonna betray me, so I gotta do the thing. Yeah.
Okay. Definitely not an expert.
Nope.
I don't know if you'd be prepared even. I think because if you're struggling with your feelings, are you really prepared to pull the trigger?
Right. Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, Sloan is not prepared to do this.
Yeah. So I'd say just a straight roll.
Sweet. 1. So, wait.
Nope.
Oh,
you had to roll over.
That's awful. That's awful. That's the worst thing in the world. Okay, cool. Yeah. Sweet. Yeah, so I go to do it and like I just can't.
Just like
like the phaser is the what it's not a phaser, sorry. The variable beam phase pistol. There we go. The variable beam phase pistol is like in his hands, and he like even like kind of like maybe brushes against her cryo suit thingy, and then like just doesn't have the nerve to do it, and then like she looks down and sees it. And he looks at it too, and he goes, "Yeah, I can't let you get to your crew."
She sees it. And with that horrible goes wrong dice roll, she sees it. And you say that, and she has on this like, "Oh, I'm a damsel in distress, like, help me, please, your sexy envoy." And she drops it immediately and just gets this like serious look and like grabs the pistol and goes to like turn you around and turn it like and like has you with it.
Yes, I love it. Oh, that's terrible for Sloan. That's so good. Okay, cool. Yeah, so
I bet Sloan does a great damsel though.
Yeah, he probably does.
And she's like,
envoys are like hostage city.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah. So Sloan definitely knows how to be the hostage in this situation. Absolutely.
It's like, hey, we can talk through this.
Yeah. It's like, look, the whole idea was for nobody to get hurt, right? I just didn't want to get hurt.
No one's got to get hurt.
That's right. We're gonna work our way through that. And I'm looking at my android here, and I'm trying to read his face. What is he gonna do? When do I gotta duck?
Atos was looking actually at the cryopods,
and
then when all this stuff goes down, like the combat mode, Atos comes out, and immediately doesn't aim it at the one by Sloan, but is going to aim 2 hand cannons or variable lasers at the pods, and go
at the pods.
At the pods.
Okay.
And go, let him go, or I blow these.
And she's got it. She's like, I don't know who those people are. They've been in that damn tank for 20 years.
Ooh, can I tell if she's lying? How about
we just take a walk over to your ship?
Can I tell if she's lying?
Yeah, do a feelings. That would be definitely. I'm gonna call it insight along with feelings. You definitely. I would give you all of them. As an envoy, you gotta read people.
All right. I'm rolling
envoy.
boy. All right, I got a 1, a 5, and a 3.
You have to roll over, and that's that. Oh, and a 3.
Yeah.
So, what are your laser feelings wanting to hone in on?
Yeah. Obviously, I want to know if she's lying or not, right? That's the
Mhm,
first thing.
mhm,
And
mhm.
2, I really want to know, is she a killer? Like, am I about to die?
Okay.
Yeah.
So, she's got you. And when she kind of yells back, you still had 2 successes. There was just like a little bit longer of a pause before she was like, I don't know those guys.
Mm-hmm.
That you think like maybe she had to think about it in her head.
Right. She had to come
But
up with a
it's
story.
also, yeah, and she's just like, real quick, but there's also not a lot of like emotion there. And she did flick yours off of stun when
Mm-hmm.
she turned it around on you.
Okay. Perfect. Then Sloane is going to try uh, and try and work my way through this. I already know the
Mhm,
names on those pods because I was scanning
mhm.
those names earlier. So I'm going to say,
Okay.
look, I know that you care for you know Twix and berries, and like as well you should. They're your crew, and we can all get out of this situation just fine. And I think that the first thing we need to do is you need to lower your gun before my droid's internal counter just kills your 2 friends.
All right.
I'm going to try and
Uh,
convince her to not kill me.
yeah, I would do, yeah, do another feelings.
All right,
Go.
cool.
Can I help him by looking menacingly and like I will absolutely blow these sods away?
Yes.
The angry
Yeah.
eyebrows.
Yes.
activate.
The eyes start to glow
Instead
red.
of yellow, it's now no.
The
'Cause
eyebrows
like a really
float off of the
it's like pink.
off of the face completely. They're like up here.
Oh my god.
All right. Yeah.
These
So
are my angry eyebrows.
again, I'll give you all of them because this is literally your job.
Okay, cool.
Plus you're getting a help.
All right.
So
So
roll
40.
those.
So 46. Okay.
Yes.
What happens if you get 4 successes?
Yeah, right.
You just
Game's
win.
over. Just tell me
Yeah,
what
you
you
just
want.
That's right. Oh my god. So 5, 4, 6, 3.
Oh my god.
And the laser
We win.
feeling.
Oh, what do you want to have happen? No. Okay. So you got a pretty good read on the situation.
Yep.
You see her, you can like, because she's like, got you.
Yeah.
That there's a little like stutter in the breath of like,
Oh,
what
you
am
know
I going
what?
to do?
You know what I want to do? You know what I want to do?
Uh-huh.
I want to recruit her.
Okay.
I want to recruit her. I want to say, look, Connor, I know there's a connection here. I've been feeling it this whole time. And I know you've been feeling it too. And the thing is when we got those Void Rocks, we lost some good people. And I think that whatever game you're running here, you should run it with us. We'll all
Okay.
get rich together. You just got to help me get out of here without having to kill any of your crew.
Okay. What is your laser feelings? What exactly do you want to know about this situation or just in general?
Yeah, that's a good question. I think that what I would love for me to figure out is of the people that she cares for, which ones does she really care for?
Okay.
Like when I said those names,
Uh-huh,
did
uh-huh.
any of those like really like punctuate with her, and those were the ones that really mattered to her?
So, because it's laser feelings, you get a little meta here.
Sure.
You gather they're probably the more expendable people since other people are alive and running around
Right.
upstairs, and these were literally like, probably bait.
Sweet.
But you're also kind of gathering like she said she didn't know, or like, or no, wait, actually, did Atos tell them that they saw the captain's logs?
I didn't say anything. I just said no in response to when Bird Eye kind of looked over at me of like, did we actually find anything like that?
Right.
Okay. Well then it almost is like she doesn't really connect with those names.
Oh.
Like,
Oh,
yeah, and
got
she's
it.
just kind of like she kind of like relaxes a little bit. Like she's not holding you, but she
Mhm.
still has the gun and she's still kind of pointing it in your direction.
Right.
She's like, y'all don't seem like the most usual crew out here. You're an interstellar scout ship, but you got a little dirty about you. I don't hate that.
It's the right amount of dirt.
Hmm.
Especially that.
What was the first clue? What was the first clue? I'm just
Especially that
curious.
Bird's Eye. He'll go wherever you need him to go.
She kind of smiles. All right. You have something I need, obviously. I have something you might find interesting. Maybe we could just work together on it, like you said.
Little parlay.
How can I trust you that we can really go through this?
Well, the droid already hasn't killed your friends, so you have that going for us. The other thing I can say is that the people who have already left this room are being dealt with, and I would need to stop that if we're going to continue to negotiate.
She kind of looks over and she's like, she's a little lax with the gun now. She's kind of like, she still got it.
Sure.
She's not trained on you. She's like, how about you tell your android buddy over there that they can go stop the other ones and then we can just have a nice chat. I got a good stash on the bridge. You can just chill.
Oh. Is it in a little tin box?
Yes.
Okay. Well, tell you what. Let's have that discussion.
Fine. Obviously I was going to share it anyway. It's fine. It's fine. Just a little permission would have been nice, but it's whatever. I'm holding it hostage. Who am I to say? Anyway,
we didn't know who to ask. Funny story, right? So yeah, and Sloane's gonna try and earnestly recruit Connor and her crew.
okay. Yeah, she seems like she's kind of going along with it, and she's not shooting.
Right.
She doesn't even she's kind of holstered it.
Right.
So she's going along with it, but it's very much just like, don't kill my boys.
Right. Yeah. So I'll radio with her able to hear. I'm gonna say,
Okay.
hey folks, we have a little situation here with Connor. Guns were drawn, but everybody's fine. We're all being chill. There's talk of some stuff on the bridge, which Birds, I think you might be able to help us relocate. The request is that nobody dies so that we can continue to parlay.
So you're saying I shouldn't press this vent button on the old airlock here?
Oh, you know what? You should probably not do that right now. Yeah, just and I've got it on speaker or whatever, so she can hear that. Right? I'm like, go ahead and keep them where they are. We need everybody safe. How many do you have in the airlock?
Okay. 2.
All right. Well, we need to find the third. So.
There's not a third.
Oh. Okay.
Sir,
Yeah.
and can you repeat that? Nobody dies?
If you can help it. Yeah. We're trying to work out an exchange of labor here.
Radio silence.
Yeah. Bird's guy's gonna tap on the window for the airlock and be like, "You boys gonna play nice?"
It sounds like they're getting a thing, and then Connor's like, just don't kill him, all right? And they're just like, well, play nice.
No.
We're good. We're chill. They drop their weapons. We fine.
Oh wow, nice.
Just pop open the airlock.
Just rush out.
Kind of leave the pistols.
They're like, Yeah.
All right, so
Oh, Captain's gonna be pissed you found her stash. And just keep moving.
Yeah, and then Birdseye will go in and pick up the 2 pistols and then kind of like twirl them a little bit, put them in some holsters. It's a
you
good
just have 2 extra holsters. Bam, bam.
Yeah. Or it's like the ones that are like, there's the 2 hip holsters and there's the 2 like under the, because you never know how many guns you're gonna have to draw at one time.
Yes.
Your Van Helsing holster.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's like I think it was like Scary Movie 5 where they have like I think it was like Snoop Dogg and like Mac Miller maybe in like the scene, and they'd like pull guns on each other and they're like, all right, put them down, 1, 2, and then they drop them and they just pull 2 more guns out. Just keeps going. You got to be ready for anything.
Yes, that's right. That's right. I love it. So yeah, so good. She is the captain. That's awesome.
I lower my gun and stop aiming at them. I just keep it in my left hand, finger on the trigger, pacing back and forth.
It's all right there, South by. I was hoping for space werewolves, so life's full of disappointments, I guess.
So it seems, sir.
After and then like after having been talking for like probably a couple minutes, goes.
You never see him take a drag. You just want to see him.
It's all about like being able to talk and hold it in, right?
Yeah,
That's the key.
That's amazing. That's a
Remind me of that video of that grandmother that like rips.
Oh my god, yeah.
Rips the bong, downs a beer completely, and then lets out no smoke.
Yeah. It was like bong shot, chug the beer, and then like something else. Like it was like this line of like 5 or 6 things, and she's just like, I'm like 90. What's up?
I've been practicing for a long time.
What are you gonna?
Yeah.
I was there for the 60s. You think that this is child's play?
Yeah, so I'm gonna go over to the stairs or to the ladder thing, right?
Mhm.
I'm gonna say, "Hey, Birdseye, why don't you pass that tin on down here?"
Gotcha. Just said it.
Yeah. I'll just put my hand up, right, and fish it out of the like whatever that tube is, and
Mail tube.
yeah, exactly, and then just kind of float it over to Connor and kind of look around. It's like there's not a lot of good seating over here, but maybe we'll go anti-gravity and just drift for a little bit while we talk.
I like your thinking.
All right, and then I'm gonna go and find some way to turn off the gravity in the room.
It's just like a big red button
Yeah.
that says no gravity.
There you go. Because in a cargo bay, that's useful, right? Like,
Yeah.
eventually, it's like we gotta move all this stuff. So like, let's like turn this off so it makes it easy to move.
It works like a motel like vacancy sign. So there's just like the no that doesn't have any lights on, and then the gravity that has lights on.
You click it, no pops on, you'll start floating.
Yes, I love it.
Yes. Yeah, so you'll start floating. She sighs a little bit. How long have y'all been here?
Long enough to turn your ship on and get a lay of the land.
Impressive. Okay.
To
Bird's eye floats by on his back.
really, I think the timing of all this was set by Birdseye. He's a crack pilot. He's the best you'll ever find.
Oh.
Yeah, our crew is talented in a lot of interesting ways. Captain, to be frank with you, we're down a captain. And I've been trying to run the crew ever since, and we're always looking for good people. And you're all clearly talented, but maybe we could do more together.
She kind of looks out and she's like, I don't know if you've gathered this, but we don't really do many things legal. And you have a lot of signifiers on the side of your ship out there.
Yeah, the funny thing though, like we got all of this stuff, and whenever we go into port, everybody knows what we're about. And it's tough for us to move some things at the price points we'd like to hit. So maybe you having your ship and us having our ship, we could work out a deal and everybody gets paid better.
She kind of leans back in the anti-grav, kind of looking around, and she kind of looks at all of y'all separately, and she's like,
I think Sloan has like a little rotation to it, you know, where he's just like in a slight spin as he breathes and just keeps like he's not really overly concerned with like maintaining eye contact at this point because we're trying to set this like really chill mood, but like he's just like constantly falling backwards and then eventually like loops back around real slow like.
Bird's eye floats by on his back again, but like flipped upside down. Still like, acting like he's on his back, right? Except face is now facing the floor, but still like middle of the room. So there's really no difference.
Yeah. So she's kind of leaned back and she's like, hey, and any of y'all, is there anything that you've done that you're just like, man, I wish I could take that back? You know, just rewrite something that you've done in your past. Or maybe go back knowing what you know now to better yourself.
I better myself with every new experience.
Oh, that's not a bad answer.
Yeah, also we can always restore him back to original kind of wherever we need it.
Oh.
So
we have an android too, not here where I came from, but we didn't do that. It was seen as a little less than savory to him.
Fair enough. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, wait, ethics and scruples? What? Wow. I think Bird's eye, like as he's floating by, is like, I don't know, I'd probably do today over again. It's been pretty dope so far. Wouldn't change anything, just do it again.
Just do it again.
I'd say I'd change a few things.
Have you
So to answer your question, yes.
Oh, okay. Well, what would y'all say if I told you all those things are possible? And that you and I together can make it happen?
How so?
Well, you know those fancy little crystals you found today?
Yeah.
Yeah, we've been looking for those for a long time. They may have some properties when used correctly, and thankfully, I know how to use them. You can just kind of rewrite time. You can go back, do something over again. Go back. You said, hey, you want to get your prices. What if you're at your heyday right now? You know, y'all look like you're at the top of your game, but you jump back 50 years. What do you think people are going to think then? That's your gods. You're going to be number one.
Oh.
Bird's eye's already number one. Just kind of like finger guns floating backwards.
I mean, rewriting time or going back is that's on another level. I think I would like to do that.
I'd like to get my sugary snacks back.
Sit down with my mom and have that one last meal that I did make it to before she got the space sickness. I think I'd like to redo that day.
We've all lost someone to the space sickness. I understand.
Yeah.
Bird's eye floats by. Oh man, what if I'm my own grandfather? That sounds like some shit I'd do.
Can Atos like do almost like a science check, or like think if that checks out with void crystals, or if this is kind of a scientific malarkiness?
Yeah.
Yes, I'll let you do that. I'll even give you a prepared, because that big corp you work for,
yeah, I was gonna
you're
say,
a little fishy.
Yeah, Atos is not liking the sound of all this. Okay.
Yeah, they probably knew a little bit about these void crystals before even y'all knew you were going for them. So you may have been prepped with a little information you're not telling people. So okay. I'll let you prepared.
Okay.
roll.
So just 2?
Yes.
Ooh, I got double 5s. What does that mean?
Oh, hell yeah. So, I guess before I give you just the generalized answer in case you want to change your move, what is
Yeah.
your laser feelings? What's the thing you really want the answer to?
How am I best going to serve Big Corp? And then, what is this malarkey? Like, are they? Something seems off about them. What is that off thing?
Okay. Big Corp really wants you to bring those crystals back to them.
Mm.
So
That's,
they can rewrite history.
if there's like some way that you could just next time y'all are in port, maybe skim one of them out of the box and no one will know, and you take it to them, that would be really great. Really under the radar. Because they're a little weird. They're y'all are on the edge of what humans have explored and what science has brought you to. You've met other alien races. Y'all are really starting to get out there, but this is the edge of where you've been, and things are weird. Things are weird out here. Like, just science is a little different. It's almost got a weird kind of magnetic magical property to it. And these crystals, they're pretty weird. So, it's possible. I mean, granted, you've had them, you've held them, and y'all haven't gone back in time. So maybe there is a trick to it. But shit's weird out here, guys.
Hmm.
And did you say that Big Corp would be okay with just one, or do they want all of them?
Oh, as many as you can, but
Okay.
all under the table. No one needs to know you got them one. So however that is best served.
Okay.
So, yeah, she's just kind of, I mean, sounds like you're in and captain to captain.
Yeah, but Sloan likes that.
Maybe we should just make this partnership official.
Looking at the group, what do you guys think? This is a big moment. Wouldn't be.
I say we all get high right now, and I go for a walk while you get high.
Burnside's just like, you got any more of this?
Yeah, I do.
We could go back in time and smoke it again.
This guy gets it.
I fucking get it.
Gets it. This day's been fun, I don't know if y'all know. Like, yeah, the cryo tanks suck for extended periods, but for just like a quick little 5-minute dip, it does wonders to your skin. Highly recommend it. So today,
can you prove, Connor? Can you prove that these take us back in time?
Yeah, but then we're going back in time.
Thanks for this. It's like I can do it by doing it.
I can prove.
Yeah.
I mean, I look, kid. You
see
look
his
like
hand shaking
smart.
a little bit.
You look smart. I don't know. Maybe you know some science. I could show you the way I could use them.
That would be great.
She kind of just starts swimming, floating to the stairs or to the ladder.
Yeah. Yeah.
Are the other people in the room? Her other people?
Oh yeah.
Where would y'all have kind of directed them? Because they were just kind of like, boss said chill.
Where we can see him.
Yeah. I guess.
Yeah, I was just like sitting on that overhang, like where the gravity has like is, and they're just sitting there, just like.
Mm-hmm. I think, yeah, let's follow her. Let's figure out how to use these time crystals, these void crystals.
Okay.
We don't have one. We don't have one on this ship, right? It's on another ship, and the bridge is broken, and there's a bunch of people over there we'd have to explain shit to. But like, I do want to see: is there an apparatus? Is there like a thing?
Mhm.
Is it like you just rub it with a rock? Like what's the?
Ask her, get 3 wishes.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, she just kind of like climbs up, heads back where gravity's kind of a little more normal. And one of those like little sleeper bay areas, she just kind of like points in there.
Oh, you just what's in there?
She kind of like walks in and opens the closet door, and there's like this odd twist of metal like structure. It's definitely like intricately made. It's not just like bleh. But it's just this weird ancient alien looking tech thing. It's very out of place to anything y'all have ever seen.
Yeah.
And you do see that it kind of comes up almost in like a little holder, like on a ring or something that you would put a crystal or a jewel into. And then there's like a little tiny, perfectly circular little void crystal down further in the base. Just like a little bit.
Oh wow. So this
That took us a long time to find.
So this is how you use them, and it just takes you back in time.
Yeah, in simple terms.
Can Atos like memorize this machine, or just like chick 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 chick, like what I'm trying to say? I don't
Yeah,
know.
yeah.
Take a bunch of photos, scan it, all that good stuff.
Yeah.
Explore this ancient technology.
Explore it. Yeah, I would say do another lasers. You're obviously like you have the ability to just like take pictures and all the stuff, but see if you can do it in a way that you're like not showing alarms or anything, but getting all the good stuff.
All right. Any prepared or experts thing? Anything of like my main directive is to help with big corp things, and especially with an exploring thing.
Yeah, I would say with the exploring thing, I think more than anything, I would give you both. This is something new. What's
Okay.
You ask an archaeologist about one thing and they can tell you about 20 other like eras of technology before that too. So
yeah. So 2 days?
I'll give you all 3.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah. You know how to investigate.
Oh, I got a 355.
Nice. Wow.
For lasers, I got 2 5s and a 3, so I hit under all of them.
I keep like switching which one's supposed to be under and over. Yeah, you easily snap some photos, get it all kind of locked in your internal database there. I feel like every role I'm just telling y'all stuff. What you want to learn?
I know, right?
How does it work? Like, I don't know if you can tell me that, but like, how does it work?
Hey, according to the rules, I can. So you gather, you sit it in there. It's like a nice little cozy cushion for it. And that, somehow by sci-fi magic technology, it reads with the other one. And maybe they have like some sort of opposite signals that causes some weird reaction within them. And it's going to cause this weird reaction that's going to be a little, a bit of an area effect. And that crystal, maybe you could just like, time turner it back. It's weird ancient alien tech, think like what the heck is the movie with the chick with the orange hair and the pillars?
Fifth Element.
Yeah, it's like, the pillars. It's just like some weird ancient alien tech. You put it together, it works.
Yes.
Okay. And they'll get 2 questions because they're 2 5s, or just 1 question?
Go for it. We're almost done. What else you want?
I just want to know, can this be rebuilt by, let's say, a corporation?
I would say probably not. This is an odd metal. I mean, maybe a lot of trying to go find this metal, figure out the exact stuff, but it seems very, very particular, very ancient, very artifacty. Like
They
it'd
found
be
the
hard to recreate.
apparatus. They found the apparatus, and we found the fuel for it, kind of thing.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
But the thing is, we're gonna have to get on over to your ship, get that. I remember you did say acting. Are you sure the other one, the current captain? I can help get rid of the current captain. Will that help?
Well, we don't, there's a vote.
No, not in a bad way. We have the
Yeah.
cryo tanks. He'd be fine.
Yeah, we have a vote. There's a political process to see who's in charge of the ship, and so far things are going pretty well, I think. But yeah, we got to figure out what to do with this new development.
Hey,
I
if
see
we
if she was
partner
lying.
up, huh?
I see if she was like lying there,
About
dealing with them and not killing them.
oh
Right,
yeah.
That is my
Yeah.
uncle.
Yeah, doing good. Feelings. You think you're prepared?
I'd say
Because you've been pretty trained on her,
yes. I've been very quiet pacing.
Yeah, you've been watching this whole scene play out for sure.
Yeah, I'll give you prepared. If we partner up, that's another 5 more votes for you too. Look, I'm adding to your pros list.
There it is. That's all I
Connor,
need.
we have no trouble getting the votes.
I've been practicing this forgery for a while.
So I got 1 success. I got a 3 and a 1.
Nice.
Okay. It seems like at first she was like, yeah, we'll just off him, but then saw a little bit of hesitation, was like, no, we won't off him.
So, yeah.
Becker's on the line.
Yeah, right. So
As far as shooting anyone right now.
Sloane's gonna kind of like look over the group here. Are they? Does it seem like they want to go back in time, or does it seem like they just want to cut loose of this whole crew? I'm looking at the players, and I think Sloane has a pretty good read on the team.
Mm-hmm.
So we're just by looking at each of your characters in the eye and like kind of gauging where you're at.
Mm-hmm.
Does Sloane pick up that you all want to go back in time, or is he picking up that you all just want to go back to the ship and deliver these crystals to Big Court?
I think we know what Atos is.
Right, Atos wants to deliver, right?
Yeah.
I think Birdseye is like just sort of giving you one of these, like a. And that's all you get.
Yeah.
Like if you could read minds, elevator music. That or like Kenny Loggins.
Right.
With Becker, it's almost like he's conscripted, like he's to serve who he's serving.
Yep.
But he's still very interested in this in the most serious way possible to see if it actually does work. Like,
right.
You almost if you're watching at him. Yeah, if you're looking at him occasionally, he's like about to say something and then almost aiming his gun at one of her guys and then putting it down.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Then I think I know the play. Sloane's like, all right, well, let's go over there and let's get a crystal. Our 2 ships are disconnected.
Because of your
I think
great role earlier, she's pretty confident you run the ship. So
right, yeah, I think our 2 ships are disconnected, but we can sort it out. And
well, follow your lead then, Captain.
Let's get yeah, so Sloane wants to organize it so that we bring her and the 2 guys over to the ship.
Okay.
And then Sloane's going to have them arrested.
Okay.
And then Sloane's going to take the apparatus, if all that can happen.
Okay. All right. So you'll start walking over to the airlock and see that the ships are very far apart now.
Oh no. Okay.
Like they're I mean, it's not like miles by any means, but it's not like a human chain
right.
like y'all did before.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll need our crack pilot to get us closer.
Danger close.
Danger close.
Danger close.
I think, Birdseye kind of looks, and then puts one between the old lips, takes a big old inhale, and is like, "Be there before I exhale." Like runs up to the bridge.
That could be a long time. That one all was from one drag.
The whole joint.
And then then he'll go into the bridge. He'll sit down in the pilot's chair, and he's gonna reach into his bag. He's gonna pull out this like very intricately designed headband that he's gonna tie over his face, cover his eyes. He's gonna put his hands out and feel for the controls and be like, "Danger close," and then just ram the throttle.
Oh my god. We're right next to each other, ramming the throttle. Oh my god, I love
This is
like
this is like some Wall Street's Bet headband situation.
He's just gonna splatter them in space.
It's just gonna end with 2 ships exploding. Then roll credits.
Oh my god, please. That'd be amazing.
I mean, I can't say you weren't feeling it.
Let's roll them bones, buddy.
But are you prepared?
Oh,
And
hell
are
yeah.
you experienced in blindfolded a different ship than yours?
You think he'd pull that shit on the first try? Like you think he'd do that shit without knowing that he's got it? Like,
all right. I will give you. I will give you a feelings.
okay,
I will give you a prepared.
okay,
But this is a different ship.
gotcha.
You're not an expert of this ship. This is a 20-year-old ship. Like, yeah, jam the throttle and you're prepared to the distance.
Yeah,
But does this react like yours?
just Birdseye met this green dude on a space station a long time ago, and he told him about like I don't know this thing. It's called something. It's like I don't know. He can't remember now. This is something you just gotta feel it.
The
Like,
activity.
The activity. Yeah, I told him about some chlorine or something in his blood.
Some the shinning.
All right, we're just gonna roll it out. Okay, I got a 3 and a 6.
And okay, yeah, it was like, you did it, but you did. I'm getting them switched in my head. You gun it. Your eyes are closed.
Everybody
You
holds
know
on.
where the ship is. You just feel it. This one doesn't turn as well as yours. And what you're kind of preparing to kind of do to get over that direction, you kind of overshoot it a little bit and slam into the extendo bridge of your ship, rips it off. The ship turns in a circle, but then butts up against this one. No extendo bridge, just door to door.
Look, I'm just taking out the trash.
Just body to body here, buddy.
That thing was
It was
busted.
too far
anyway.
gone.
Yeah, I was just taking it off.
And y'all all are just thrown around at this. Like, none of it seems smooth to y'all at all. You're like, and Connor's just like, crack pilot? She's like
Cracked
watching, just
pilot.
like
I did it well.
Cracked pilot, not cracked.
I did.
Yeah.
I got the 2 successes. I did it well.
yeah, you did it well
and
for what you could have in this.
and Sloan indicates to the airlocks like the airlocks are touching. And
Hey, I can't deny it was a job good done for the situation, but I don't know. He kind of flies like he's blindfolded.
Even got it like sealed, so there's no like vacuum there.
I don't think you're ever unsealing that.
Yeah, it would probably be just attached.
Yeah, just
It's
like,
like, I hope those airlocks open in.
Yeah.
If they open out, we might have an issue.
all right, for sure. They could have done the extendo bridge if it opened out. That'd been a little difficult.
Right.
See, yeah, you got to. In that way, if like vacuum is like pulling, then it just pulls the door closed.
Right.
And then you're good. You're resealed.
There we go. There you
Yeah.
go.
Makes sense.
They probably slide, right? They probably don't hinge.
No, this one does because it's an older ship.
Oh, there it is. It hinges.
Y'all.
You've got to oil the hinges
Yeah.
all the time.
You
Yeah.
gotta
Like
like,
Lamborghini doors.
Yes.
Mm.
and so she's like, well, I'll come on over with you. Gotta make sure everything's good. I'm gonna leave one of my guys here because the other 2 are in stasis and she wouldn't let me wake them up, and gonna need someone to operate the ship.
Oh, well, I think he's got it in park, so there's no need to operate the ship.
I just feel a little better, you know. I'm extending a lot of trust by walking onto your ship. You can extend me a little by having my backup here.
Okay.
Captain, if you'd like, I can stay on this side as well, just to keep the good faith.
Yeah, I think that's fair.
All right, so y'all are at the airlock.
Right. Yeah.
So she'll send one of her guys off and she'll leave Jenkins with her.
Jenkins? All right, cool. Yeah. Southpaw, you have instructions to kill that guy like 5 minutes after we leave.
I'm waiting for him to walk off, then I'm gonna go find him.
Yeah.
All right.
So yeah, like Sloan is going to text security to not be present at the airlock, but to show up, a couple minutes later.
You text Deborah, who then has to text security. She's like, I'm not his assistant. Why am I doing everything?
She's the goth punk rocker who just knows how to get shit done.
Just
Sloan
knows how to
can't
get it
help
done.
She's so
America's
useful.
sweetheart. Like every crime procedural
Yeah.
has to have one.
And it's her.
The only competent character.
That's right.
Okay, so I guess go ahead. I'll have you do for me.
Okay.
You know the plan. You gave Becker the possible kill order. But how well are you keeping it together? Not so she's not like really reading that like shit's about to go down for her.
Right. Yeah, I gotta keep the stone face.
Yeah,
And-
you convinced her enough that she's like, all right, this guy's open for business and we'll share a little to get a little. But is she actually going to follow through? And again, that's your job. That's literally the job.
And
That
With
is
an
the
envoy.
thing that the envoy
That's the
does.
thing.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So-
yeah.
could I
I'll give him.
could I also help by just berating, like just barrage of questions, so she doesn't even have like time to really like put constant focus on her
Yes,
envoy?
yes.
Yeah, because you've got all those technical spec questions, right?
Yeah,
You've got all
like
this
where did you
stuff.
find it?
Yeah,
What material is
yeah.
it made out of? What culture did it come from?
Yeah.
When did you find it?
Yeah.
When did the people before this find it? Like just like all these awesome terrible questions.
Yeah, so yeah, 4 for you.
Okay, sweet.
We gotta roll over a 3.
Roll 4d6. Go Google go. 3365.
Just-
My plot is executed perfectly.
Yeah, she's like rubbing her temples again, but this time it isn't to fake like cryo hangover. It's just like he doesn't stop talking. Like, what? I don't. And she's just like, I don't know. I'm not a scientist. Like, she's just arguing, like, as you just keep asking questions, and it's just like walking with you, just completely like, oh my god.
Oh yeah, she's got the like, oh my god, he does not shut up. And then like 4 people come from both sides with guns, and it's like, oh, sorry.
Yeah, you like walk over, and then she's just like looking down, and she's like, oh. Like, oh no.
Burnside just kind of breaks off from the group, like, thanks for the stash.
Let's find out how it's going with Southpaw. I gotta know
Yeah.
how the Southpaw situation is.
So they walk over, and you hear the constant questions from the android kind of quiet as the airlock gets closed on the other ship. And the guy just kind of like walks off to go sit in the bridge, and he's just kind of like kicked back.
Okay, he doesn't go down to the other guys.
Mm-mm. He just kind of goes and like sits there and waits where like the communication systems and stuff are.
How long you've been on this ship, huh?
I don't know. It's been about 4 years for me, I think. You gonna keep pacing, or you want to have a seat?
No, I'm good standing. Just continues to pace. Standing's nice.
Well,
So you thinking about becoming captain of this ship?
hell nah. I don't want that kind of responsibility.
I mean, you've
As
got,
much responsibility as a pirate can have, I guess, but you know.
I mean, shoot, you're the only one awake right now on the ship. Could just take it and go, right?
I mean, I could. But do I want to? Just
You
see if he
don't.
wants to. Oh my god.
Just immediately pulls it.
I mean,
It's been
I
prepping
feel
for
like
about
you're
an
really-
hour.
yeah, I feel like you're really in your feelings. And you are a killing machine, as established when you got the void crystals the first time.
Yes.
So I think you got him contemplating enough that he's not looking. You are prepared. You know how to kill a man. And you've been thinking about it, getting in the zone.
How many I've killed is the real question, though, because
Right.
You theoretically know how to.
Yeah, I
kill
mean,
it.
there
Who
were
knows?
conflicting reports of the void crystal of where there weren't actually people. They all just got hit by rocks. So,
Yes.
you know. A lot of
Because there was only-
simulation.
You've played a lot of video games, is what we're saying.
Really good at Space Call of Duty, but
Space Call of Duty. Call of Space Duty.
I know the inner workings of this pistol. I've just never
Yeah.
never put it to action. No, he has. Just recently, though.
so just recently. So just above a 2. Or 2 and above.
Okay. How many dice?
I'll give y'all 3.
Yeah.
All ones, baby.
Yahtzee.
All right. Well, I got a 2 and then a 5 and a 6.
Oh my god.
Yeah, you
Dude, is done.
critical success. This guy's like, well, or maybe do I? And you just like one shot, headshot. It's like Halo, the like pachoo, confetti, happiness.
Oh, guys.
Yeah,
Grunts.
yeah, grunts. That's what they're called. Yeah. And he just plops. And you have a moment to think. Got anything? Got any burning questions you want answered?
How do I open these pods?
Oh. Oh, you're
Yeah,
just gonna do it
so-
all. That's awesome.
I mean,
That's awesome.
you know,
I'll run into him
There's-
again eventually. That would be awful.
You
know, you can open
you know
them
what you don't
individually.
deal with is revenge killings. We don't do any of that. We just
don't let anyone live to get to that point.
straight up.
I don't want
murder.
to play this character again.
call it-
He's
we
this
call it
complete
prevenge.
psychopath.
Call it prevenge.
Yeah. Prevenge.
That's a
yeah.
registered trademark, so make sure you pay the correct
Yeah,
royalty.
that's a good one.
One stash, two birds eye.
Yes.
So you were kind of paying attention when you were looking around for people. Each one has their own little controls. There's just like a big red button that just is open. Crazy. Look, they made everything very user friendly 20
Yes.
years ago. Like
It's like ships designed in the world of Idiocracy. You can't give them too many buttons.
yeah, everything's
it's
easy.
got to be fully automated.
They kind of look like those like jitterbug cell phones where all the buttons are really big and labeled.
911 home
Yes.
mom.
Yeah.
Open, close.
Open close, yeah. No gravity.
Yeah.
I'll spare the brutality here. But
Not too often. Fair amount.
I open them up and wait for them to wake up and look at me.
You
Don't
go
know
ahead
if you
and put a
want
gun
him
in their
back on your
hands.
ship.
You put a gun in their hands, so it's like, I'm not. It's like you'll be armed. You might
Yeah,
not
there
be
you go.
fully
There you go.
awake.
I put a gun in their hand and I go across the room and I count to 5. So fucked up.
I'll see you in Valhalla.
I hate doing this as a person.
But it's so intricate. It's so many steps
So many steps.
to making it right.
So yeah, a few minutes later, y'all see Becker in the airlock on the other side waiting for it to decompress, just like in there.
And there's like just blood all over his face.
On the other side of the
Just
room.
the
I mean, the no
biggest,
grav was
the
still
most
on.
aggressive wave.
But yeah, y'all had the security. She was so distracted. She was eating up all those sexy envoy feels that were getting thrown her way. No way she's getting out of this. And so you got her in cuffs, and her buddy Jenkins.
Yeah.
I was just trying to think of space people like pop culture, and I couldn't think of anything, but Jenkins kept popping up in my head, and I just realized it's the first person to die in Mass Effect.
Oh.
It's like the soldier that you're like, Jenkins, get
Oh,
your
yeah.
shit together, and then he dies.
Yes.
Immediately.
Yeah.
And that's the first time you can just be like a total dick in that game too, because it's be like,
And then he
who the
dies.
fuck's
You're like,
Jenkins, pretty much.
yeah.
Or you
Yeah,
could be like,
I-
Jenkins, Adam.
I was an asshole to Jenkins and he died, and here I am
Doing
10 years later, and I'm still burned on Jenkins in my head.
Yeah, Jenkins and like that one dude that you could just punch in the face, like on the same mission, like
Yeah.
immediately. I always punch him in the face. He's
Yeah.
insane.
I did
He's a
reporter
safety
too.
hazard.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
But yeah,
that's great.
y'all got that kind of unlock. They're getting taken to the brig. Your buddy Becker makes it back over. What's Becker look like right now? What's he doing as he gets on the ship through the airlock and is joined with his crew?
Captain, they're taken care of. Got ambushed in there, but was able to overcome.
That's some good work. You're very brave.
Trying to say it really loud.
Yeah. You're very
Roll a
brave.
d6 for me, Jake.
Hmm?
Roll a d6 for me. Just randomly.
You got
One.
one. Yeah.
You literally just need to get higher than a 2. Your crush isn't here. She
Aw.
didn't get to hear it. Yeah.
Well, either way,
Are my bros here?
yeah, your bros.
Oh, your bros. Yeah, they've been waiting at the freaking airlock when she left. They're just
Sorry,
like,
that's all that really matters.
There's such tag-alongs. Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely pins and medals of accommodation for everybody for an incredible mission, as we've clearly stolen some great ancient artifact and a ship.
So Atos
oh yeah, y'all have to go back for the artifact. You see two people dead in a freaking the cryopods and one guy sitting at the wheel.
There's guns in their hands.
Guns in their hands, like clearly planted. You know?
Atos, upon like everything being done, is now dressed up in like the Indiana Jones suit at the end of like every time he finishes a mission, and he'll go to Sloan and put his hand on his shoulder, but like really awkwardly, and go, "You have my vote," and like tries to shake his hand, and then also pulls something out from his jacket and goes, "You also forgot this by the door," and then drops the button again in his hand. From
I love it. So you all celebrate again, twice the adventure in one day. And as you know, the evening's settling down, Captain Darcy stumbles his way onto the deck. He's just like, whew, man, that was something else. How was y'all's day? And he looks real bad, but he's just like,
Yeah, Sloane's like looking over some reports. It's pretty boring, Captain.
I slink into the shadows as much as I can. If I can't be seen, that'd be great.
Yeah.
Just
And-
like bird's eye cuts a bird's eye in his room with like several crewmates like just finishing the stash.
Yes.
And then like this weird like wave goes through the room and the stash is full again. It's just like
fade to black. Love it.
You're affecting everyone else's time as well, so I'm just taking showers over and over.
just like deja vu, just like what is happening?
Yes.
It's like that video, that really, really old video, that kid that's washing his hair, and his friend keeps pouring more shampoo on his head.
yeah.
What the fuck?
Yes.
Like, what's happening?
Yes. Yeah, and Sloan has like the whole crew is on the take. Like the whole crew knows what's up. It's like when he wakes up, nothing happened. And there's nothing in like crew quarters BC, whatever the thing is, like
Yeah.
none of that's there. We can all use it as much as we like. It's not there.
It's not there.
Yeah.
Beautiful. Yeah. I think that's a wrap on these wacky adventures of the what do we call it? Spacelets? What are we calling it? As I'm sure very soon there will be a hostile takeover and Sloan will become captain.
Right. When the
Yeah,
time is right. And if it wasn't right, I'll redo it again.
Be the toughest decision of Becker's life.
Over and over and over again.
Can the post-credits scene just be a long shot of the Atos in his room doing the Slav squat in the dark?
Yes.
That's just the post-credits. You have to stay for that one.
Yes.
Yeah, you're like, ooh, what's it gonna be? Oh god.
Yes.
Yeah, like you've got to get like the solid like minute of just like the void of space sound in like total darkness, and then just the two yellow eyes in the darkness.
There's like one cut of Sloan walking in, but like, oh god, not again. Like walks
I
out.
imagine Becker's like younger friends go Atos tipping in there. Like cow tipping.
And unfortunately, like that happens at the exact right moment where like we have to kind of keep redoing the scene where the hostile takeover happens, and it's like Edge of Tomorrow starts with fucking
Atos falling
tipping.
over.
Yes. And it's just every time it's like right back to that moment of him falling over and 3 kids running away. And there's something about that moment that unlocks the whole mutiny.
The moment.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yes.
Well, that was fun, guys.
That was really
That
fun.
Yeah,
was
thanks
super
for the
fun.
game.
That was
Yeah.
great.
I love it. This is so much fun.
So goofy. I love it.
So I didn't know how much goofier we could get than the Mass Effect game, but we did it.
We did it.
Somehow
I think
did
it was the like not having to play these characters for more than like one session. I think really just nails it home.
Yeah,
It's
you
like,
can just do whatever.
Mhm.
No repercussions.
Yeah.
That's right.
That was a fun setup too, with like the people that were missing and they were like somewhere else, and that was fun. That was really
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah, those cryopods were 20 years old. They didn't know Johansson, and those are old name tags.
Yes, yes.
They're just like, this is
dude,
ours
thank
now.
you for the clips, man.
Yeah.
Jaga's-
Yeah,
I'm
there's some
gonna watch
great
them
clips in
all.
there.
Oh my god. This is good. This was real good. Folks, it is kind of late for me. Let us go straight to rating. Just real quick, you can always catch Taylor and Jake on the con save. You guys are playing Cyberpunk still on Fridays, starting an Aegon game.
Mm-hmm.
And is there another game you stream?
Tomb of
Tomb-
Annihilation.
Yeah, Tomb of Annihilation.
We'll get that going again soon. Been
Awesome.
a bit of a break in between, but
Sure.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
All that good fun. And then
thanks for having me.
you're on
First
other
time.
Fridays.
Appreciate it.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes, absolutely. Anytime, Jake. We got to have you back for like another thing. We'll keep up.
I'm in.
We'll keep up the rotation. These are a lot of fun. I love like just playing with other groups, and like you guys are tons of fun. And thank you for bringing Lasers and Feelings in here. This was
Yeah.
like exactly
Of
the right
course.
game for
All the
us to play.
feelings.
So many, very few lasers.
Very few
Lots
lasers,
of feelings.
tons of feels, a lot of energy, a lot
I
of
think
like,
there were
Energy.
there may be 2 or 3 rolls that were only 1 dice. Very generous there,
Yeah,
Taylor.
that was very
I
nice.
can't say no. When you
I
don't give me
just-
good enough reason, I have to say yes.
I just love how much you did, Ethan, to keep it in the feeling category.
That was it. You were setting it up for 2 hours. I couldn't say no.
I should have picked 1 for my number.
Yes.
Just
You can't. You
maximize.
can't. It has to be between. It has to be between.
That's right. That's right.
2 and 5. but
2
yeah.
and 2 and 5. Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I made that my mission. I was like, I'm just gonna find whatever ridiculous way I gotta do to make everything just you gotta feel it.
Yes. Yes. It was solid.
Blindfolding yourself.
Yeah.
Lord.
Who shall we raid? I'd love to raid somebody tonight. Most of my people are done by now.
I've got Wombletastic,
Oh, Wombo. Yeah.
one of
He's a
my fellow
jabroni.
jabronis. Yeah, play
Yeah.
some Dragon Age Origins.
Okay.
Ooh.
Let's go over there.
And he's in New Zealand, so he's gonna be going for a good long time.
Yeah.
It's like
Just
daytime.
started.
Yeah.
He's got that like awesome New Zealander accent too. Like it's just fun to listen to him talk. If I'm honest.
Mhm.
Just read to me.
Yes, that's right. That's right. Read everything to me. Thank you, Womble. You're the best.
Appreciate it.
All right. Well, we are gonna raid Wombletastic over here, fellow Jabron and Chill Brosef. I hit the button, but I'm not seeing it on the thing.
I see it.
Oh,
I see
okay.
it.
I see it.
Oh, there
it
it goes.
Okay, cool. Awesome. Well,
Boy,
everybody, thanks a ton for tuning in. Giagos, dude, thanks for the clips. You're awesome at this stuff, dude.
So exciting.
Yes. As always, everybody, have fun and play well.